Hey ballers, welcome to These Balls Could Talk, the podcast that promises never to trade you away at the deadline, even if your numbers are down. This is Mark along with genre producer Pete. We're getting ready to discuss the latest in sports, tech, and pop culture. If you like what you hear or see, please like us or hit that subscribe button. Or someone on this show likes to say, tickle that little bell.
We'll never find out who it was that said it.
Never find out.
Was it Santa Claus?
Maybe.
It might be Santa.
We got to go back to like
Joining us tonight
season 2.
is a test engineer from East Providence who spends his days breaking things under pressure, which makes him weirdly qualified to watch the Red Sox bullpen. The eternal optimist who insists no lead is safe and no deficit is dead. Please welcome back to the show, Mr. Matt Mazzola. What's going on, Matt?
Matty.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me back.
Good. I love that intro. So when you break things under pressure, so you're like a hydraulic press, but in human form. Like, you know those online videos where it just shows the hydraulic press destroying everything?
And they just break things?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just crush it. Yeah.
Just
those
to see what
videos are
happens.
Cool. Although I will say, last year I transferred jobs. So now I work in the lab doing mixed flowing gas. Pretty much just put it's accelerated aging of electronics.
I was going to say, this sounds more like you've moved from smashing things to exploding things. I like it.
No, I moved from smashing things to aging things.
But
like,
you could blow them up.
It's kind of like necrotic in a way. It's like, we're aging this.
Yeah, but only electronics. Only electronics. Not people. You guys are safe.
As long as you're not accelerating aging humans.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
all right,
it deals with mixing in chlorine, hydrosulfuric acid, and
Guys, we're segueing like this already.
Sounds
Terrible.
Scary.
So many segues.
Let's catch up with everyone.
Life's been moving big and small. It's time to talk about our
Balls.
before the day.
I forgot to stop it. I was too into saying balls.
Cut it
You have
out.
to update that playlist where you have a 5-second gap in between songs.
I know.
All right, John, how you been? I feel like I just saw you.
I got to see Mark this week, you guys. It was amazing. We went to a little thing. We went to a music festival this week. No, Mark and I did not mud wrestle at Lollapalooza, even though I asked him.
this
We
year.
did, however,
Missed
go to Music
opportunity.
Fest. We went to Music Fest in PA, which was surprisingly awesome. We spent the day in the sun eating bacon on a stick and watching free music. And then we spent the night in front of 200-foot tall steel stacks and red brick burnt out buildings watching Weird Al play on a giant steel stage. And I had to tell you, Weird Al can still pack him in. I was
Weird Al,
shocked.
yeah, and he's still an excellent
You guys
performer.
went to see Weird Al and you didn't even tell me?
We did.
Now I feel personally
We
insulted.
did, Matt. We did. He was awesome. He was awesome.
We
He played for
specifically went without you and on.
He played for 2 hours. He did all of his Star Wars songs for his encore, which he made us earn.
It's
He
fair.
did what I thought was really interesting about Weird Al is he's been a pop icon for so long that
40 years.
many of his during his show things to play on the screen were just like shit that he's done, like Simpsons episodes and random
King of the
pop
Hill.
culture. King of the Hill and random weird animation references and just like random shit he's done for the last 40 years.
He's done a lot of animated voices, which apparently I did not realize.
He has a very animated voice. He had these 2 women behind him who were stealing the show because they got to stand next to him, so they were really hamming it up. One was actually really good at music. I told Mark, I think her job was
They were all really good at music, John.
I think her job was just to
one
play
was
the
just
music.
a lot more enthusiastic.
Well, one was like her mom or something. We went with our good friend of the show, Eric Gould from college. Eric's been great. Eric showed us around PA and Bethlehem. Some great restaurants. There's a lot of really cool shit over there.
Absolutely.
So we had a very good time.
And John, don't bury the lead here. What was the most fun, important thing that we got to do? That we got to carry around all day?
I don't remember.
Giant mugs of beer?
Oh yeah, we drank so much beer.
You had giant mugs of
Oh my
beer?
God.
That sounds amazing.
So what they do
That's
is,
fun.
and Eric gave us all the tricks. What they do is they let you buy these commemorative mugs, but since you know a person in Bethlehem, he just brought his last 3 years of commemorative mugs. And they fill up the
Nice.
commemorative mugs at the bars, because the bars want a piece of the action too, for $7. So we got $7, 32-ounce mugs of beer. I drank 3 of them. I was very drunk.
That's a lot of beer.
Yeah, I could guess.
I was very
Now,
drunk.
Mark can attest. Mark, you know I'm a big fan of Weird Al because typically when karaoke night comes,
You've done a few Weird Al songs, yeah.
Yeah, I typically throw a Weird Al song in. One time I've actually done Albuquerque,
Nice.
and just for fun, because it was like it's an 11.5-minute song,
It's a long song.
and it's hilarious when people like, when's this song ending? How long has this song been going on? And it's more of like a stream of consciousness than an actual song. So, it's like that's all it is. Like there was the last time I did it, the DJ is like, I had to tell you that's the stupidest song I've ever heard. I'm just like, I didn't write it.
Amazing.
And I think Weird Al would probably be like, yeah, it is a very stupid song, but it is a really good song.
He did not play it, by the way, at the show.
I heard when he does that in concert, the point was, wait a minute, he'll just restart the entire song all over again. And just,
Oh no.
He did this wild, like, vocal stream of consciousness song in the encore that I was so confused. And then you get right back into Yoda after doing this, like, voice thing for 5 minutes. It was crazy. And apparently,
I swear he was hypnotizing us.
and they were like flashing the big lights. It was
Yes.
the beer may have had an effect on your perception.
No,
of
Mark
you being
stopped
hypnotized
early.
by Weird Al.
Mark was totally good.
So Mark,
I was not feeling well after
Mark
a
is the
certain point.
control
I
in
mean,
this situation.
Apparently 72 ounces of IPA is my limit in one day.
That's it. Come on.
Lightweight. Come on.
What else is going on? I worked at home today, which was nice. Because I have been feeling like an old man all week. For things that I will not get into. I spent, I don't know, most of the last 2 hours feeling like an old man.
Oh,
So
no.
you guys got me. I'm all good.
Okay.
And
Met Oil Can Boyd tonight. That was pretty sweet.
nice.
Yeah, tell us a
nice.
little bit about that, Matt.
Oh yeah, my teammate, softball teammate, friend of mine. Her dad is friends with him.
Oh,
And he's like, oh, yeah,
to clue everyone else in that's not a Red Sox fan, Oil Can Boyd is a former Red Sox pitcher.
Yes, back from
That's
the
pretty
80s.
cool.
Yeah, it
Way
was
back,
really
okay.
cool. Yeah, I got a couple pictures with him, so that was it's pretty sweet. Yeah, so I mean, he technically pitched before I was born, but you know what? We'll ignore that. So.
Hey, you were
It's
able
fine,
to
you're fine.
recognize him and
Everything's
get a
fine.
picture, which is really cool.
So wait, go
Yes.
back a little bit. You said that one of your friends is a friend of his. So how did the meetup actually happen?
Her father and Oil Can are friends. So
You just happened
Just-
to be.
you just wrong.
He just happened to be at their house, and you happened to be there. Is that what happened?
no. They came to our softball game for a little bit.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
You had a Red Sox legend watch you play softball?
yeah. I
give you
think
any pointers?
he missed me. Actually, tracked down a couple balls in the outfield, which sucked. But he also didn't see me overrun a ball and misplay it either. So that was good.
That's always good.
Every play of this game so far is a flag.
Pete is distracted by
it's-
preseason NFL football
It's
right
like
now.
pre-preseason. This is bad.
The
I can't-
number one meaningless game of the entire season.
Yeah, but it's
is
so
the
bad that I
Hall of Fame
can't turn
game.
away. It's like watching a car crash.
It's football, though, Mark.
It doesn't make it good football. I don't
I want
watch
to go
the
to there.
UFL because it's football on.
The first play Carolina had from
Still,
scrimmage
yeah.
was almost a safety, and then
I
it
don't
was
go
third
to
and
Pop
12 at the
Warner
1 yard
football
line, and they
games
got a
because it's
false
football.
start. It's so impressively bad that I'm amazed.
Anyway, Mark.
Yeah,
Perfectly bad.
exactly. Mark doesn't go to Pop Warner games because he's not allowed within 100 yards of him.
Hey,
anymore,
guys,
so.
focus up.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, Mark, what's going on with you, buddy, besides hanging out
I was
with
going
me?
to say, John just went. Who's next?
I mean,
Let me-
Music
let me
Fest
do
was
my
great. That was the first live music at a big venue that I've seen. I guess I could call it a concert. That's the word for it.
It was concert
Since
adjacent.
2022. That was the last concert I saw. It was 4 years ago. Alanis Morissette at the Xfinity Center, previously the Tweeter Center, previously Great Woods, and it was just great to see live music. Never mind, it was also free, which was great. And Weird Al wasn't free, but that was still great. I just it reinvigorated my soul. I think because I just absolutely love hearing. I love hearing live music.
Yeah, it was
It's
great.
just-
It was
it's-
really
yeah.
great. We listened to one alt rock girl band that I really liked. We listened to.
Did you follow her? Are you following her?
I followed her on Amazon Music. We listened to their whole set. They were great. And we listened
Gina
to
Royale, right? That was her name.
Yeah, Gina Royale. You be on the show if you want, Gina. We always got room. We listened to a friend of Eric who is a Nashville recording artist that Mark and Eric are in love with.
I'm not in love with her.
Oh, like a little bit. And then we listened to a really, really, really bad indie rock band. They were super bad.
Oh.
Yeah, they were very indie rock.
They were super bad. They were very loud and dissonant for no reason, which I was just like, I'm so drunk. I don't think I care, but this is terrible.
Oh.
Then I had bacon on a stick, and then we went to see Weird Al.
Mm-hmm. That is the exact story.
Cool.
That is the exact story.
Funny enough, I had to poop while after the indie rock band. I don't know if they were related.
It was related. They were that bad. Sorry,
It
guys.
could have also been the 72 ounces of IPA.
Maybe a
Pete,
combination.
what's going on with you?
I mean, I can't talk about pooping after having 72 ounces of IPA over the weekend, but I can.
Can you?
I mean, not quite. But
That's for next week's show.
right.
Challenge accepted.
Guys, Steph has officially started her new job. And yeah,
Yay,
so
Steph.
she's getting the lay of the land over there. And it's a lot. It seems like it's pretty overwhelming because there's just so much new. I mean, it's all new terminology.
They don't use Teams, you guys. Blah.
Interesting. Yeah, and I mean,
Did you
she's
use
coming
AOL
from
Instant Messenger?
more in the
Pretty
education
much.
world, so she knows that like the back of her hand, but she doesn't really know unions, the politics behind it, and all that stuff. So it's a whole new world for her. But it sounds like I have a feeling once she
Wait, she has to deal with the unions?
I mean, she's
Her
literally
company-
working for the union.
she's working
The
for
company is the union.
The company like pretty much manages unions. They're like a union manager kind of.
I mean, it is the union.
It is,
It's
yeah,
the,
yeah.
It's the state union.
Right.
She works with the state union.
So it's
Yeah,
a
by the
lot
way,
of
definitely an
it's a lot of
interesting
union
bag.
politics.
By the way, last week I asked you to ask Stephanie to make sure that the union agreement was signed for state workers' raises, and it got signed today. So thanks, Steph.
Oh.
You did it.
Well, hey,
I'm
there
sure it
you
was
go.
all her.
It was
You
all
did it, Steph.
It was all Steph. Good job, hon.
Yep.
I knew you would do great things there.
Nice job, Steph. I don't even know you, but
So the dream project continues on in my job, which I found out we're going to be finishing up with it earlier than I expected. So it's quick, but it's pretty awesome. I'm very excited. Someday I'll share.
I mean,
And
it'll come out,
then-
and then you'll be able to tell us, and we'll be excited for you.
Liam is very obsessed with a garbage truck toy that his Nana and Grandpa got him. Oh yeah, no, and he makes us chant garbage
Is it
truck.
dump?
Garbage
Is it like
truck.
a dump truck?
It is a literal
Yeah.
garbage truck.
Like you can take the bins and it has the robot arm that goes in and then it can take the dumpster from the front.
Oh, I know
And
that
he's-
truck.
So he does like the sound effects. He's like, as he's lifting it up there.
He actually does the sound effects. That's funny.
Oh yeah,
my
kid's
cousin's
really into it.
kid also loves
I know. It's
garbage
Pete's
trucks.
kid. It's Pete's kid.
Yeah, my cousin's kid also loves garbage trucks. That's actually kind of funny, right there.
It's-
If that guy
They-
from
I think
Police
it's a kid
Academy
thing.
was
I
dead,
think it's a toddler
I think
thing.
it would be Pete.
Michael Winslow, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah.
Michael Winslow was dead, it would be in his soul is in Pete's body right now.
Maybe like a part of it. I can't
Like the whole thing.
I can't match Michael Winslow. He's a legend. But I mean,
A lots of bleeps, a lots of sweeps, and lots of creeps.
yeah. All right. Anyway,
Can we watch Police Academy?
I was going
love
to say that's where his claim to fame was, right? Police
that.
Academy.
Not. We don't have to watch 2 or 3, but 1 is really good.
Yes, it is.
What about
What-
6?
I forgot they made a sixth one. I can't even say that word.
I
So
can watch
that's-
Major League
that's
2,
kinda
but I
been
can't
our-
watch
our
Major
thing.
League 3. That's awesome, Pete.
Yeah, just keep moving on.
Pete, how are you doing?
Me? Well, I just
Yeah,
talked about-
you.
Yeah, you never talk about yourself.
You're not
really that
talking
much.
about yourself, though. You talked about
You
work.
talk about your wife.
You talked
talk
about your
kid.
wife. Talked about your son. How are you?
I mean, good. I mean, I feel like there's nothing too exciting, really. I mean, I'm
Poor Pete. We put him on the
just
spot.
running a lot when I can.
Okay.
Playing some Diablo.
Yeah, you are.
I will say my brother finally, I built him a computer with like a bunch of spare parts and and our friend Will's graphics card. Thanks, Will. I owe you
Tell
some
him I
money
will
now.
literally get him to level 70 in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
He has
so
to give me 30 minutes.
I built him this thing in April, and he finally turned it on today. So,
Eric,
but hey,
I don't approve.
progress. In his defense, he was busy in all of May and most of June building a giant wall. Like literally, he built the wall of his back wall of his house, stone by stone, and was like cutting the stone piece by piece. And now there's like thousands of pieces of custom cut and grouted stone wall.
I have a question.
It's pretty magnificent, but
I have a question, though.
it consumed him.
Before the wall was built,
Yes,
was there a wall in the house?
there was a wall, but it was like crappy siding that was rotting away and like just bad. So it needed to be redone
Rebuilt
anyway.
the wall.
And Eric's like, I'm going to build a better wall. So he built it out of stone. And
It's a weird segue.
it's kind of amazing, actually. Like, no, we went over there and I'm like, so do you have like viewings for the wall? Like, do people just sit here and stare at it with like lawn chairs? Put some lights on it and drink some beers?
Hey, Pete, just like, this isn't about you either. Just letting you know.
No, but I'm excited. What I'm getting at is that I'm very excited to maybe use him getting into Diablo again to spend time with him, because I don't get to hang out with Eric too much. I don't get to just chat, even online, right? He lives in Rochester, so that was part of my thought process with this, was to give us an excuse to at least get online.
Pete, that's your
and
homework
shit.
for this week.
I know. I got to get him going.
Do something with Eric. All right, let's move on.
That's right.
All right, let's get to know our guests a little bit better. That's right, it's time to warm up our ball.
Before the takes and curtain calls, we gotta warm up your
Balls. That time I said it, and I stopped the thing on time.
It was awesome.
During this segment, Pete will spin the wheel that hopefully John updated that will randomly select a
Oh, I
question
didn't.
for our guest to answer. Are you ready, Pete?
I mean, I
Fam,
hit it.
fam, fam, fam.
I see John
I
typing.
had a
so-
5, but apparently I was too soon.
Fam, fam, fampity,
Bum,
fam,
bum,
fam.
bum,
In John's defense, I updated the question. I updated the HTML really late.
In my
So, Matt, what
defense,
questions do you think
I
you're
did
gonna
not even
get?
think about it.
Let's.
I'm getting
Oh, wait,
lazier
I
and
also
lazier with the wheel now that I'm using Claude a little bit more to do my work.
So you guys are
Right,
rotting
I
your
just
brains
realized
with,
I forgot
with
to
all
tell
that AI.
Mark the year for the transition songs for the parodies that he does.
AI does my whole job now.
And
And actually, it came up with a theme too.
Oh no!
okay.
Pete, press the F5.
I will.
It is done.
I'm gonna do Shift F5 just to make sure.
Do it.
What?
There you go.
Do
You
it,
guys
Rock.
saw the
Crazy.
update in real time. Okay, spinning to win. Here we go.
That's what I do.
What do you do at the airport while waiting for your flight to leave?
I'll typically grab a snack.
Like at a vendor, like a vending machine, or is there like a favorite restaurant or something in your airport that you're departing? That you're like, you know what? I love this. Is a thing. I always got to go to like.
I mean,
get a-
Logan has all the
get a
things.
bagel or
It's
something.
Logan.
Right, Logan. That's a big airport.
Yeah, so I'm more of a mood type eater. You know, it's more what I'm in the mood for. Although I will probably typically grab some Reese's Pieces for the flight. You know,
That's a good one.
yeah.
I
So
used
we
to do layovers
feel they
at the
travel better
Charlotte
than Reese's.
airport all the time, and I like so much to the point where I could plan my layover. Like there was a little like a massage pop-up place that I knew I definitely have time for. Sometimes I get a longer massage depending on how long the layover is. I knew where to go for the restaurants that if I wanted to eat, and I knew exactly where all the gates were too. That's how much I was at that Charlotte airport for a while.
I do love
The last part-
when you get a good bar and you just have a great layover with like a really good beer.
Yeah.
The last.
No, I do like going to different airports and trying different foods. That is fun. I was in Philadelphia. I had to get a cheesesteak down in that airport over there. I know the one in Baltimore. I know where the Auntie Annie's pretzels.
Is that BWI?
stand is. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a big airport too. Yeah.
Yep. So I know where to find that pretty much every time. So it's Yeah, it's just the more you travel, the more familiar you get with them. It's pretty good. If you have time to sit down, if I have time to sit down, I'll go to an actual restaurant. If I don't have that much time, I'll go do more like a snack place. So.
All right, John, you were trying to get something out there. What is your favorite
good.
airport thing?
The last time I don't fly a lot and I don't lay over almost at all when I fly because Melanie doesn't like flying. And so the last time I flew was 2 years ago now, I guess, when we went. Or no, not this last summer, the summer before. And I was surprised when we went into our little podunk transfer airport in Albany, and there was an Uncommon Grounds. And for you guys who don't know, Uncommon Grounds is an acceptable bagel, and they keep growing. So there was an airport one.
That's great.
So that was
that
cool.
new?
Yeah, it's new. I knew last year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, in the expansion terminal that they were kind of building last year, so they're probably done with it. At this
I remember.
point.
Yeah, when I was at the airport, all of that was under construction.
Yeah. Albany's weird like that. We have a lot of really good restaurant groups, so like all of the public service food is done by the 677 Prime, the Mangione restaurant group, and
Yes.
And then all of like there's like a lot of chains like that. And we got a Costco today. Yay. It's open.
There you go.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. Good question, actually. All right. So, what was your last extravagant purchase, Matt?
Extravagant.
Was it that
That's a big
chair?
one. Yeah, it feels like that's a life-changing purchase.
No,
I feel like.
this chair is years old, and it's not really extravagant. I got it from Bob's. I'll say
It looks extravagant.
last
It does look
last
extravagant.
December. Yeah, last December. In November for Black Friday, I got myself a flat screen, a 65-inch flat screen.
Ooh, there you go.
And then December there was another sale, so I got a surround sound system.
Nice.
Nice.
And together they were like slightly more than 50% off. So for a flat screen and a surround sound, I spent like $2,300 for something that like
Damn. So you
for
really
like
leveled up your home
4,500.
theater. That's
That's a good deal.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'd say that's my last extravagant purchase.
okay. Honestly, getting last year's like even flagship TV when they're like really discounted and they're just trying to get rid of them, you can get an amazing set or like the upper mid-range stuff for really cheap now for a giant freaking TV. It's pretty incredible. That's one of the few things that actually has gotten cheaper over the years instead of more expensive like freaking computers.
Yeah. So I actually got a new credit card through Best Buy to get the TV and the surround sound, so I get money back. And I had to
Dangerous
return
stuff.
some stuff and then rebuy it just to get an extra because I forgot to apply some money off. So that was the whole process. That took like a couple hours, but I eventually did get it settled out. So
There you go.
it was worth it. It saved me like an extra, $100. So it's
Extravagant purchase. I'm
I'm going to
trying
ask you an Italian question, Matt. Have you ever bought a good suit off the back of a truck? Because I have, honestly.
Really? Was that in New York City or something?
you know what? That is something I should probably do. I haven't bought a new suit in a while. And you know what? It would probably be much easier in Providence a few years back when the mafia was really running things much more.
Well, Mafia hasn't really been running things for a minute because all the stuff we used to do was
They
legal.
have in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah, they all moved to Rhode Island. That's hilarious.
Yep.
We don't talk about
Yeah,
them,
especially Yep, it's actually pretty it's a pretty open secret too. It's like everyone knows. So it's
I want to get another
Were they
suit.
running numbers? I know a guy.
Okay. The last one I got was
we all
honestly
know
pretty
a guy.
good. It was
No, it's only a thing for us. We know a guy.
suit guy.
The last thing I bought that was super extravagant is my awesome laptop. I bought it when I won my fantasy football league and I had a little play money and I wanted to buy something fun that I needed. I did some trickle down upgrades and gave my daughter her current laptop. And I have too many laptops in my house. I have an interesting thought coming up.
Nonsense.
I never had too many
Jamie
laptops.
has the ability to bring her own laptop
I
to
have
high
3
school.
in front of me right now.
Yeah. Well, she can bring her own laptop to high school, and I'm trying to fight the urge of buying one because hers is fine. But I want to buy one. I want to go to there.
That would be
but
pretty cool.
I should not because Melanie's not working yet.
I just bought my my Weber Genesis grill. That thing is awesome.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that
That's
was a
good
big
answer.
purchase.
How many times have you used it?
Good handful so
Do you use
far.
it at least once a week?
I've been trying. I didn't get to use it last week because we were away on the trip to Cape Cod.
Do you grill everything? Do you grill like your grilled cheese?
No, but
Just so you can use
I
it.
should do it.
Yeah. Grill Liam's grilled cheese.
That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
fire.
But I've actually grilled more fish on it than I have meat so far. Interestingly enough,
That's because your wife doesn't like red.
Really?
Because your wife doesn't like red meat. so
well,
you
I mean,
buy it.
I've done. I think I have done chicken on it so far, but I've also done even done crab cakes on the upper shelf. Anyway, we can go on this. I've done ribs so far, except I got to try Doug's method. He has the same grill, so he was giving me some pointers. So I'm gonna try that out. But I'm excited though. I think I want to get a lot more uses out of this. It's a really nice grill, so I want to take advantage of it.
Word. All right, one more question.
Okay, third question.
2 minutes.
Okay, let's hear it.
I feel like this is a question we had last week. What's a show or movie you rewatch endlessly?
We did have that one. last week.
Zoolander.
Zoolander. Okay.
Really?
Love Zoolander. Love that movie. That movie is just so. It's just perfect because it's just you don't have to think too hard.
I
You can
turn
sit
left.
down and enjoy the movie. Like that gasoline fight is probably one of the funniest scenes like in a long time because like there's no reason to be
What is this? A school
whipping
for ants?
gasoline around. And then he
How would they
freaking
even-
lights
how would
the
they even get to the
cigarette, and
building?
then-
It
It's
needs
like-
to be at least 3 times
Now,
as big.
for all the watchers, can we all do Blue Steel for 3 seconds?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
All right, who's gonna count us down?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
He doesn't know what Blue Steel is.
Well, okay, I've watched the movie, but I forget exactly how it was. Yeah, but I love
Now,
that.
Look,
I love that.
What
they
about
look-
Zoolander 2?
It's
No.
Man Duckface. No.
I saw that in theaters the day it came out. I was very disappointed in it. They seemed like they wanted to do more references than actually, a movie. There were some things they did set up. Some things like, oh, is this going to be a trope? And then they subverted some stuff. Well, that was okay, but it was just it was nowhere near as good. I kind of just ignored that exist.
That's too bad because I feel like maybe what's missing in comedies now is a good plot. I feel like some of the best comedies actually had a good story behind them.
By the way, did you guys see the Liam Neeson's Naked Gun that came out last year?
You know, I really wanted to, but then I heard it was a total flop.
not
What
bad.
happened?
I didn't want to.
Was it just not
I will
good?
say this: I've watched it a couple times when I've had trouble sleeping, and it helps me sleep.
I don't know if that's good or bad for a movie.
Uh,
Oh man,
That's bad.
I
yeah,
heard
but I think like Hollywood
Beetlejuice.
just doesn't know how to do spoofs anymore.
I know the Beetlejuice sequel wasn't. I heard that was okay, right?
I
So
enjoyed
I didn't
that.
mind the
John liked
Beetlejuice.
that?
I
Okay.
enjoyed that.
That was better.
I actually had a better reception to Naked Gun than I guess you guys had. I thought it was compared to like the other spoof movies Hollywood's put out since Scary Movie 2, it was better than those.
Okay.
But that's also a very low bar.
Like, I'm not going to
don't
watch the
know
new
how to
Scary
spoof.
movie either.
I can't believe I can't believe they made another
don't
scary movie.
really need an unoriginal idea. There's plenty.
I'm gonna say, what is that even based off of? It's not like they made a new Scream movie recently, did they?
They have made new screams.
They did.
They made a lot of new Screams. They're actually doing really well. Because, what's
Okay.
her face? Wednesday, what's her real name, is in them.
Okay.
What? Christine
Ortega, right?
Yes.
Jenny Ortega.
Jenny Ortega. Yeah.
And
We got
another girl who looks like her sister.
Okay.
Christina Ricci, right?
Christina
Well,
Ricci was in the first one.
Christina Ricci
That's what
was
you were talking about.
the
Who are you
original
talking- I don't know who you're talking
Wednesday.
about.
Jenny Ortega.
Jenny Ortega is the current Wednesday.
You said. I thought you said. Never mind. I don't know. I'm old.
Christina Ricci was the villain in Wednesday. Your brain is just doing flips.
Spoiler
right now.
alert.
Which was great, by the way. I love that she was a prominent role. in
Season
it.
2 was really good too. They're going to make season 3. It'll probably be really good. She's a pretty good actress.
I couldn't get over that. This is a VFX pet peeve, though. I could not get over the excessive amount of de-aging that they were doing on like actors that were in their early 20s. Come on. I'm like, you could. It
for
was.
what?
It wasn't even well done. Like the.
I'm assuming he means for Wednesday.
Yeah, like her face did not need anything, and they were like,
yeah,
they pretty
yeah,
much
yeah, yeah.
plastered a CG doll face on most of her face in every shot.
Yeah,
But it was
she still looks like a
inconsistent
kid.
from shot to shot. And they even did it for the girl Enid, who's, I think the actress is even younger. It's like, what are you doing? Like, okay, you can get rid of a blemish or a pimple or something. That's fine, but don't completely change their face.
Pete, you should talk to your friends at Netflix and tell them that.
Yeah. What's the Ian Malcolm line from Jurassic Park? It's like they spent so much time figuring out whether or not they could instead of figuring out whether or not they should.
I say that at work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true.
Needs to be followed.
Anyway,
more.
we are at time, my friends, after
All right.
Pete's VFX rant, which
All right,
seems to
let's
happen a
hand
lot.
things off to Mr. Producer Pete.
I'm not ready,
Okay, let's.
but I could get ready. Actually, wait, hold on. I'm really not ready. Hold on.
Okay, so while the game to the Cubs, extra innings, guy goes stealing third, catcher overthrows third base, walk off overthrow. Just
Oof.
Oh, Yankees had one of those this year because they think that Ali Sanchez can play any position. Fucking garbage.
Hey, John, did you update the website?
No.
Ah.
this is what happens. You leave everything to
No.
AI.
I was sick, and then I was with you.
Well, we're gonna
and
do
then I
our
was sick
do
again.
our other game, right? Okay, I'm ready now. We're gonna do the thing we talked about. I hope everybody's ready.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Rankings! All right. We have an MLB rankings for this week, but you can always check that out on social media if you want to take a look. I think instead
Is this
we're
still
going
the one
to...
from last week? Because I didn't update that either.
Probably is.
Yeah, it probably is.
Anyway.
On the website, it's still the one from last week.
All right, stay tuned.
I
We're
think
going to
that's
update the
one Pete's been
website.
talking about. No, I
But-
think that's the one Pete's talking about because I don't think you did one. Did you do one?
No, I did do one.
Yeah, we did one.
All right.
I recorded
I'll do
it
that
and
too.
everything, and Mark did the video. We just got to put it up. So stay tuned for that. But in this segment right now in the live show, we are going to get busy ranking NFL quarterbacks. Now, I just did a full list from 1 to 32, but we're going to, I think the plan is we're each going to give our top 10s. And Matt, feel free to interject on any of these.
I didn't realize we were actually
whether
doing
you
this
agree.
now.
Yes.
Okay.
John said he was going to wing it, so I think Mark could probably wing it too.
I'm gonna
how about
have
this?
to wing it too.
I'll go first, so you guys at least have something to compare to or disagree with or whatever. Okay. It should come as no
Are we going
surprise.
from top to bottom or bottom to top?
Let's just go top to bottom. The reverse thing was fun, but I think it's going to be too confusing. That worked for whole teams. Quarterbacks might get a little weird. All right. So this is off the cuff earlier tonight. I wrote number 1, Josh Allen. Number 2, Matt Stafford. Number 3, Joe Burrow. 4, Lamar Jackson. 5, Pat Mahomes. 6, Jared Goff. Look it up. He's had some of the highest passing yards in the last 3 or 4 seasons. 7, Justin Herbert. 8, Drake May. Yeah, he flashed a lot, but he hasn't proved it yet in the playoffs. He got dragged to the Super Bowl. So let's see if let's see if he grows.
The defense he played, the best defenses. No other quarterback ever played defenses like that, back to back to back to back.
Josh Allen did, and they scored 30 points every game. But
He did not play anything of that quality. I'm sorry. What year? What year was that? I'm going to double check.
anyway, the fact that May is 8th in his rookie season is great. And he has only one way to go. I'm gonna guess
This is
is up.
This is his sophomore season, really his third year.
Yeah, he has a ton of potential. So I was even thinking about putting him a little bit higher, but I was like, well, let's see what a couple of years can do. Can he get consistent? Because CJ Stroud was in a similar position where he was in the top 10 his rookie year and he fell off. So
He's a bit of a fat boy right now.
yeah, I think May's going to be fine, but
So bad
you never know. So 9, Dak Prescott. Some of that could be his weapons, but I do think he's a solid QB at this stage in his career, and he's been pretty consistent, honestly. Dallas's defense let them way down more often than their offense. 10, Brock Purdy. It's not pretty, it's just Purdy. He just gets shit done. He distributes the ball super consistently, and I think there is merit to that. 11, Baker Mayfield. 12, Jordan Love. I could just keep going. So Honorable mention, Jaden Daniels. I left a few people off this list that I feel like people are going to have on. So, do you guys want to give your thoughts, or do you have enough cobbled together to make your own list and then we can talk about it?
I can figure it out.
I just jotted down 10 quarterbacks.
I just jotted down 12 quarterbacks.
Do we want to just blast them out and then we can continue to go back and reference?
How
let's
about
hear it.
we do consensus number 1? We don't have to have everybody's list separately. I also have Josh Allen
fine.
as number 1.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I think at this point, yeah, from what he's done in the league for the last 6 years, with yes, okay. The first 3 years that he was Josh Allen, he had Stephon Diggs in his prime, but I would argue even in 23, it started
Dropping
falling off.
dimes to DJ. I saw some DJ
Oh my
film
God.
today.
Every
It's
pass
really
is
good.
gorgeous,
And they've already
too.
had 2 fights, and you know what that means. So they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
I don't know about that, but
You know what?
I can
I'll
dream.
just say this. I wouldn't even be mad if they won. Like, I kind of feel bad for the Bills. They're just such a pathetic franchise. Like, they went to 4 straight and lost them.
Hey,
Like,
what?
all. Like,
I did find a video now that actually confirmed via a bunch of research that they did in fact build the old stadium on top of an Iroquois burial ground. So there you go. That's
Amazing.
That's the problem. And now it's been buried. It's reburied. And they did geological surveys and archaeological studies on the new stadium site across the street to make sure that there were no burial grounds disturbed in the making of that stadium. So, new era.
No
Anyway.
Indian ghosts.
What do you guys think
I
about
love it.
Stafford as number 2?
I
I'm
have him a little
okay with
lower
it.
than 2. I have Burrow as 2.
Okay, I could see that.
the Burrow's
I have
like,
Stafford
always
too.
injured.
I mean,
Is he?
except
I-
for when
Oh,
he's
Burrow
not.
is, yeah.
Yeah, but I count availability as
Yeah, I would rank Burrow higher if he wasn't so.
I
hurt
think
all
we
the-
need
Yes.
to just, as we are in the preseason, early in training camp, just strictly on paper. Who is the best
also-
on paper quarterback right now?
Yeah,
Joe
but
Burrow
I-
has the most weapons. He has Josh Allen-esque accuracy and
But does he have
mobility.
the-
I would
does he
argue
have the
Burrow is a
offensive
better
line
passer than
to-
Josh Allen, but he just doesn't have all the other stuff or the, unfortunately, durability.
Yeah, well, that's also his
They
general
they
manager's
invested
fault because they never
invest-
draft offensive line.
They
Right.
invested
Like, their
in the
offensive
line.
line's
They
garbage.
invested in the defense.
Sure.
They invested this year.
Yeah,
They're
but-
going to be better.
Yeah.
They have to be.
It can't look worse.
Yeah.
They can't look worse.
Can't look worse.
They
Can't
can't
get any
look
worse.
worse. With the amount of talent they have, it's disgusting how bad they look.
Yeah. I honestly, I'd be fine with Stafford and Burrows 2, 3 in
Yeah.
whatever order.
And that is
3.
what I had. I have Stafford at 3.
Yeah, I agree with them being 2-3.
Yeah. It's funny. Last year at this time, I would have put Lamar as number 2, but he went 6 and
trust
7 as a
You and the rest of
starter
the
last
NFL.
year, and he wasn't that hurt. So it's like, come on, dude.
I'll hurt.
You
He got
had-
sacked a lot.
He
His
did,
team was,
but it's like
his
he
tools
had
weren't super.
he had a roster full of all pro. He had 9 all pros on that roster from the year before, and most of them were still
They
there.
They
Come on.
gave Zay a
Do
shitload
better
of money,
than that.
so we'll see what that does.
They did give Zay a shitload of money.
They give Zay a shitload of money.
But
I have Lamar. I also have Lamar
Yeah.
at 4.
Yeah, I mean that's still amazing. I mean Lamar's talent is unbelievable. It's just
Then I have Mahomes at 5.
I have Mahomes at 5.
okay. Yeah,
And I
because
have
he
Drake
has
at
dropped off. I think
Wait, do
injuries
we
have caught
know
up to him.
how much of the season Mahomes is going to play this year?
He
think he's
claims
gonna
he's
play the
ready
whole
for
season.
week 1.
I think he's going to play the whole season.
He will, but the thing
That
is
is-
though, he's not going to be able to scramble the way he does. Like, will he still be able?
No.
He's still a great pure pocket passer, right?
Yes.
Maybe not as good as Stafford and Burrow.
I mean,
neither is Allen.
Yeah,
but
he
like,
can he's going to be essentially Tom Brady, I think, for the first 6 games. Like he'll be
but-
able to maybe like maneuver within the pocket. I think like a little step here, a little step
Yeah.
there. No, he's not going to be probably sprinting sideline to sideline.
But the
for
problem
a little
is,
while.
other than
But so
Rashee
here-
Rice and like an ancient Travis Kelce, who does he have?
Yeah.
We're-
Another thing is with mobile quarterbacks, 30 is the year. You know, if they can't, like, he has to transition to a pocket passer.
Mahomes isn't
Typically,
really
mobile
while he
quarterbacks get
can
to
run,
the-
he's not really known for running a lot like Lamar.
I don't know. I've seen him
Yeah,
escape and scramble for 15 yards so many times it makes me throw up.
Exactly. Like his game is outside the pocket.
Yeah, but do you call
Yeah,
do you guys call
creating.
Josh Allen a running quarterback?
Yeah.
Call him a mobile one, not a running one. If that makes sense.
I mean, he passes the ball to himself,
He does. He can do that. Yeah.
so there's that.
Yeah. He literally has a stat where he threw and caught his own touchdown pass.
Mhm.
So there's
Great.
that.
I love that stat. Number 6, I have Herbert.
I have Drake at 6.
Yeah.
So here's where we disagree.
The AJ factor.
Guys, Detroit's offense, when it hums, it fucking hums. And I know a lot of that is Amon-Ra St. Brown, and recently...
It's not because of Jared Goff. It's because of Jahmyr Gibbs, who literally has the most touchdowns in the first 3 years of any running back ever.
Goff has some of the highest passing stats of any QB in the last couple of years.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him either. He's Jared Goff. He used to be Jared Goff when he wasn't on the Lions and he didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs.
I can't argue with the numbers.
I think yards are the most overrated stat for a quarterback.
Yes.
But it's not just yards, it's touchdown passes too. Like, he's up there.
I prefer looking at first and third down efficiency. I think those are more important stats.
And yes,
all about titles,
Gibbs
baby.
definitely
It's all
helps
about
a
titles
lot
for me.
over there.
Or winning playoff games.
Yeah.
Yep. How are they on third and long? Their percentage for third and longs, I think, is also a very important quarterback stat that doesn't get talked about.
Well, I'm going to talk about a really unfortunate stat. Jared Goff, with that team he has under him, has a similar problem that Josh Allen has. He hasn't gotten that far, and his team is incredible. And so people ask, well, what is that about?
Yeah, the furthest they made is an NFC Championship.
Right. I mean, with that incredible team, it's hard to fathom them never making the Super Bowl in the last 3 years. It's really hard to
He did
think
make
about.
the Super Bowl when he was in LA. Give him that.
Oh, that's true, right? He did with the Rams.
Yeah, and how good did he look in that game?
Hey,
Not very good.
Bill Belichick is a fucking genius. Like, he did something no other coach in the league thought of that season. I watched a video on YouTube about this. He kept 6 guys in the box. Instead, most teams had 5 to make sure they could cover the receivers, and that completely shut down their offense. And then other teams took that the next season. That's why their offense tanked the next season. It's because of that defense Bill Belichick drew up. It was genius masterclass in coaching that Super Bowl.
So why do I think that Jared Goff would be a top 10
time.
quarterback if that's the defense that can stop him?
It's funny. That's not the first time I've seen
one else
Bill
thought of
Belichick do that.
He's not even in my top 12. Jared Goff is not in my top 12.
Matt.
There were 18 other weeks where no one else thought of that. So, I mean,
I have Jared Goff in my third group.
That's not even the first time
probably
I've seen
15.
Belichick do that very thing that fucked over an offense. Super Bowl
Answer the Rams.
25, as the Giants' defensive coordinator, a certain Bill Belichick, young and bright-minded guy, did that to my own Buffalo Bills and shut down the no-huddle offense by having only 2 down linemen and basically letting Andre Reed catch a pass over the middle and then having Lawrence Taylor destroy him. Until Reed
also,
was out of the game.
Lawrence Taylor's a little bit different.
Yes.
Having Lawrence Taylor means you can do pretty much anything you want on defense. It doesn't matter because you have Lawrence
Not
Taylor.
wrong.
Right. It was Reed and Taylor pretty much like bashing heads in the first quarter until like both of them were pretty much canceled out, and then there went the Bills' best receiver. So that was the end.
I want to talk about Herbert a little bit, although it's going to completely contradict what I've said about Jared Goff. But I actually think that Herbert is going to have a breakout season this year, and Mike McDaniel being
He does have the McDaniel
the offensive coach. I think they're going to have I just think Herbert's going to have a great season. Hopefully his offensive line doesn't die again.
Yeah,
because
that's what killed him last season.
I do have him
agree with you there.
7th.
I mean, Herbert
have him 8th.
He's always been someone who had the potential to be great. He just never lived up to his talent, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I like the guy. I do want him to succeed because I think he has the tools to be a really good quarterback.
Also, Madison Beer is super hot.
I feel that way too. I feel like if you look at him as the physical specimen, he should be in the top 3, but he just isn't.
You can't put. Last year, I mean, when you lose
lose to the Giants.
5 offensive linemen, it was crazy. It was like you can't even. The fact they made the playoffs, I'm going to give it to them there. You know what? That's a successful season for them.
Because they
always
always start so hot and then they just fall apart. And I don't get it. But yeah, maybe Mike McDaniel will change things. So did we have? Oh no, because I had Goff there as an anomaly, but you guys had Herbert and May in the 6, 7, 8 range.
I do not have. I have May at 9.
You
I have
May at 9?
I've made 6. Jordan
Don
Love
had
and
him
then
at 6.
Justin Herbert.
Okay, wait, I want
Love-
to hear Mark's stupid
I do not have
logic.
Jordan Love.
I think LaFleur's going to really continue to make that team very good.
I
Mark,
feel like they've
a lot.
lost too many. Like Romeo Dobbs, I think was a bigger loss than people are giving
Yeah,
credit.
I think the
for.
Packers are going to digress. I have Jalen Hurts as my number 7.
I have Jaden
And then-
pretty high. I have Jaden Daniels
Jalen
at 10.
Hurts is your number 7?
And then I have Dak Prescott number 8. And then Drake
No,
May at
no.
9.
Jalen Hurts is not number 7. I'm sorry.
I agree with you, Matt. Matt, I have
Why?
Hurts. I have
you seen
Jalen
him
Hurts.
play? He airballs balls over his receivers' heads. Like
I
on
think
a-
that was the offensive
no, every
coordinator.
10 passes.
I think that was the offensive coordinator. He's going to have a bounce back year this year.
I don't know.
Without AJ.
It's,
I don't know.
Kevin
Yeah, no,
Patullo.
yeah,
Kevin Patullo was a dumbass.
I agree with you there. But that team's carried by Saquon way more than it's carried by Jalen Hurts.
You know who I have above Jalen Hurts? Other than the guys we've already talked about, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels,
Nope.
Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Sam Darnold.
I have Sam Darnold at number 10.
Okay. I have Darnold at 16, Hurts at 17. I agree with Matt on this.
I don't have Sam Darnold very high.
I have Jaden Daniels at 11 and Caleb Williams at 12.
Okay.
I have Caleb at 9. I think Caleb's going to be great. I think the Bears are going to be so good.
He's so inaccurate.
He's so good, though. He's an athletic
Listen,
freak.
I don't.
He just has
I-
that dumb, stupid freaking talent that, like,
He's still. This is his 3rd year. Okay, and accuracy, by the way, like completion percentage, I think is a bullshit stat because it was still what almost 60% or maybe it was 59%.
No, it was in the
something like that.
50s, and it's the average
Yeah, it was
quarterback
like-
now is in the upper 60s.
I mean, can we
Which I think
deny,
is dumb.
though, that he carried the Bears into and through
Yes.
2 rounds of the playoffs? Because
I mean,
He passed the eye test.
They have an insane amount of talent around him on that team.
So
Batshit
Wow.
did you
crazy.
see? Did you see that last throw that he had made against the Packers going?
Oh
to,
my
like,
God.
Yes.
left.
Oh, he has the arm strength. I think he
that,
just
that
needs,
throw, by the way, crushed Packers fans' souls probably for the next 50 years.
Wasn't that a certain DJ Moore who caught that pass? He's a Bill now.
I do have a question for you guys.
You may have to start doing the drinking game every time Pete brings up the Bills.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels, what do you guys think of him?
I have him at 10. I think Jaden will have a very good year.
I have him at 13 only
have him
because
at
of
11.
his injury proneness so far. But I
Again,
do feel like he has a
this
lot of
only his
potential. He
3rd
could
season.
Right. He could easily rocket up into the top 10. I could see him
think so,
shooting
too.
past a lot of these guys.
Once again, I think that 2023 quarterback draft class might be the best quarterback draft class.
It was
And
really good, right?
along.
Wasn't that May Daniels?
good.
Was Love part of that, or was he the year before?
Love was not part of that one.
Okay.
NFL.
Remember, Jordan Love sat on the bench for the
was in that
Packers
one,
for
though.
87 years.
And Bo Nix, right? Was he part of that too?
No, Bo Nix was with Drake May.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not Drake May. Bo Nix was.
Wait, sorry, 2024. Sorry, not 23.
This is Bo Nix's 2nd year.
Yeah.
Right? that right?
Third, I thought. Yeah. It's
that was
this will
Caleb
be
Williams,
Nix's 3rd
Jaden
year.
Daniels, Drake May.
Yeah, that's a hell of a class
Then,
right
Bo
there.
Nix he's making the most of his opportunity down there.
Yeah, and-
JJ McCarthy.
I
So
have
we're
Nix-
at time. We're gonna go. We're at time. We're gonna go around the board. Besides all the obvious people, who's a sleeper that you would draft in late rounds at the position of quarterback? And I'm gonna say Jackson Dart.
Wait, draft in a fantasy league or draft in?
Who do you
an
think is
NFL
going to be the
franchise?
biggest surprise low, in this list? Low quarterback in the 20s, let's say somebody who could surprise.
In the 20s, okay.
I think C.J. Stroud is going to have a good year.
Really?
I think he will.
He's had more
Sleeper
bad years
picks.
than good years so far for me. So I would.
Well, he lost his best friend.
I was gonna.
His tiny little best friend.
I know. I was gonna. Well, Tank Dell's coming back.
Tank Dell's coming back. He's still got Nico.
I was gonna say Brock Purdy,
you got
but
David Montgomery as a running back.
Well,
Yeah.
I need Nico Collins
They
to have
did get
big
a couple
years.
little help in the offensive line. I think CJ's going to do.
I
just
was gonna
fine
say
this year.
Purdy, but unfortunately, the stupid electrical substation is destroying their entire team as it does. So all they have left is Mike
Aliens.
Evans.
So Pete, who's your pick?
Oh my God!
Mike Evans is hurt.
Matt has one. Matt, who's your
He's
pick?
hurt. Oh jeez.
No, sorry, I just went to look. The Red Sox, they're in extras right now. So they
tied
the
it
game.
at 7.
You know who I'm
Yeah.
going to pick out of just an abundance of weapons for this would be Trevor Lawrence. I don't have him rated very high, but I think he's going to get
That was what I was
numbers.
thinking. I wasn't sure if you were counting him.
Oh, the show's over. We're out of time.
Well, I guess that means time.
All right, great show, everybody.
So that has been our quarterbacks.
Okay.
Matt,
All right, you know what?
do you have an answer?
We'll probably do a social media post on this.
I said
We'll
Trevor
list
Lawrence.
our top QBs. I don't know how far we're gonna go because we all did different numbers.
We're also-
How about we can take an average of our lists and put it together somehow.
No, I'll do kind of what we did with the top 5 first round picks in the NFL draft.
Yeah, he can just.
I'll
he
do
can
a
just make
similar
a gra-
post like that.
Oh yeah,
he'll make
there
a
you go.
graphic.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, we'll get into the
All right.
topics.
We would like to thank one of this week's fake sponsors, Cheat Code AI. The AI assistant that quietly breaks into your coworker's inbox to make sure you look better on the eval. Cheat Code AI. Integrity optional.
Huh.
All right, everyone, shall we kick off this shindig?
Hell yeah!
Nice.
So,
Hour
with the
later.
Major League Baseball trade deadline, which we're going to talk about in a few topics here, just passing us. So there have been a lot of athletes that have broken up with their teams. So these are all breakup songs.
Amazing.
Nice.
Ooh, 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 ooh. We started off again tonight, but ooh, 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 this time I'm telling you, we are starting with the first topic. We are starting with the first topic. I'll be honest, I did use a little AI and I haven't looked at these yet, so some of these may be a little wonky.
You got this, man.
So the 2026 MLB trade deadline closed at 6 p.m. on August 3rd, and nearly 50 trades went down on that deadline day alone. Yahoo Sports handed out its report card afterward, and the Dodgers, fresh off adding Tarek Skubal, it's Skubal, Pete, not Skubal.
You'll get that one
And
too.
got an A+, while the Reds landed a rough F+. Other contenders like the Cubs got Clay Holmes, Phillies got Luis Arias, and Brewers picked up Dustin May. So everyone, what grade do we think got? What team do we think got it all right, and which team do we think are way off?
I don't know. I think that the Cubs are in a really good position after the deadline. I think they made probably the strongest moves, or at least the hottest after the deadline. They're winning a lot. And what they did after everyone handed the crown to the Dodgers is they beat them.
Yeah,
I think Pete Crow Armstrong really wants to be the MVP and doesn't want to
I
let
think so
Shohei
too.
doesn't want to let Shohei be the MVP. I think that I was very confused why the Pirates were being buyers. They made too many moves for kind of an average shit team.
Do you think
the
some of that
Yankees
was to placate Skeens and like some of the
No,
like who else do they have? I don't really know.
they don't have anybody. They're bad. They're a bad team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their
Paul
owner
Skeens.
sucks.
I think that
Their owner's garbage.
I think
They built
that
an
the
entire team
Yankees
around
probably
one pitcher.
didn't do enough because Cashman is resting on the laurels of everyone who's injured coming back, of Bellinger coming back,
And he didn't want to overspend,
and he didn't want to overspend. I think that
which the Red Sox definitely did, which we're talking about.
I think that Garcia is a pretty good pull for them. I think that they probably
You said last week, or when the
He's
show trade happened.
playing really good, and I have a question about it. We did not need another hit infielder, but I think that was a metrics trade. You know, getting somebody with a very high slugging percentage, and I think he's number 5 in all of baseball right now. Yen's going to be sharp, that's for sure.
What about
do
your
you
bullpen?
Shut the fuck up.
We don't need a bullpen.
We don't need a
Maybe
bullpen.
Giancarlo can start pitching out of the bullpen.
No, we don't need a bullpen. I honestly think that maybe something's wrong with him, and that's what Garcia's for. Because
I could have told you that 3 years ago.
we're not gonna play Garcia. I mean, Garcia's played first every day since the trade. So Ben Rice is DHing, but I think there's something about young players that they need to be in the field to really and we
Yes.
see that. We see that right now.
I think most ball players are like that. You need to get in a groove in the game, so you need to play defense.
Right. I think they
You
really
need
play.
your reps. Yeah.
I think they play much better when they play defense.
Are they trying to protect Ben Rice because he's having a pretty good year? That's why they're
I don't
DHing him?
Fuck no. He's such a good defender. We're going to talk about all of the things that I'm very excited about. I have some excited Yankee questions.
What about the Guardians? The Guardians made a lot of trades.
Well, I don't understand why the Central even tries.
Because someone's got to win it.
Why did this? Either the Guardians win or the Twins win, and either you guys or we beat them every year. It must be so hard to be in the American League Central. I'm sad for that.
So they picked up Foster Griffin from the Nationals, Joe Adell from the Angels, Nathaniel Lau from the Reds, and a couple of guys from the Brewers.
So much buying.
So
By the way, everybody, we should be excited that the website's updated.
All right. Woohoo.
Yes,
Well,
I'm
I
very
do think
excited
most
about
of the
that.
contenders did get better in a way, even if some did overpay. Like you said, we'll get into the Red Sox later. I think their moves were dramatic overpays.
Dramatic overpays.
Yeah, it was absurd in my opinion. But yeah. But back to this. I do agree with most people who were saying the Dodgers. You know, they got exactly what they needed.
They got him for cheap.
They got him for almost nothing.
It was their number 5 prospect, but their farm system is so deep, like they're not going to care. Like I think Detroit should have screwed them a bit more. I don't know why they didn't try to get more, especially when you see what the Red Sox had to give up for Rushman. Like it's insane. But one team I was confused about was the Blue Jays. They sold the day before, then they bought the day of the trade deadline. Like, what is their plan? It just makes no sense. Like, it was just the most like schizophrenic strategy I've seen. Like,
They probably
what are
think they're playing
trying to do?
5-dimensional chess.
Yeah, they're in last place.
We're in the fifth dimension now.
Is Vlad Guerrero Jr.
Canada.
still not homered in the Rogers Center yet? Like, we're in August. I don't think he's homered in his home stadium at all yet, which is insane.
Maybe they were trying to work a deal so they could get Bo Bichette back. I don't know, because I think Bo Bichette wants to be back in Toronto.
He wants
The
to
Mets
be
probably want
somewhere.
him back in Toronto too.
Can we talk about
Yeah,
the Mets
so-
guy who does splits every time he throws strikes?
Every time it happened once.
No, he does it every time. Every time he throws a strike.
Now he does it every time.
I heard about
Did you
this.
hear him like aggressively shout when he actually struck the batter out the first time?
And he does the moonwalk and shit. He gets so excited.
Yeah, but
That's what's happening.
Isn't that inviting like any player that gets a good hit off of him to just like ham it the fuck up and just
Probably.
take
They
it
already
right
made-
back to him?
They already made fun of him. He was playing good, and then he wasn't, and the Mets lost again because that's what they do. Sorry, Jeff him. And so they were all doing dances in.
But that's not
elements.
the first
Yeah.
time. Remember Dontrell Willis, John?
No. Don't.
D-Train?
He was a lefty
Train was-
for the Marlins, and he
Yep.
used to celebrate like when he went to strike out.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
He also had this really weird windup where he like turned like all the way back before he threw his pitch.
And of course, let's end on sorry, Jeff, the Mets suck, and we are at time.
Oh, we're gonna have plenty of Mets suck talk next week.
I feel like that should have been another drinking game rule.
It's only
Anytime
only
we have to
funny
apologize to Jeff about the Mets.
It's only funny because it's so weird. It's just weird.
It's also sad.
They were really good last year.
Oh, there was one
I
thing I
know.
wanted to bring up. I know we're out of time. Luis Arias, I think, is a sneaky good move for
That's
the
a good one.
Phillies.
The Phillies
And
are going to be good.
when his first game for the Phillies, he batted cleanup for them.
I'm just going to
Old
tell
Donnie
you,
Baseball was trying
Donnie
to.
Baseball is an excellent manager, and
Yeah,
the last
he-
two
I
teams
mean-
he's been on have been in the World Series.
He wanted someone to knock runs in, and Luis Arias generally always makes contact with the ball.
Okay.
All right.
Next
Never
time.
mind, I'll find the next topic for you.
That was good.
So I'm going to make them go through it so then they can make me go through it. We definitely need to talk about a storybook night in the Bronx that just gave the Yankees pennant race a jolt of electricity following the tough decision, not that tough, to option Anthony Volpe to AAA. 21-year-old top prospect George Lombard Jr. officially stepped into the spotlight. On Tuesday night against the Cardinals, Lombard became the first shortstop in Yankee franchise history to hit a home run in his major league debut, as well as 0 errors, even though that's not a thing, but it's very non-Volpe, launching a 390-foot blast into the left field seats for his first big league hit. But it wasn't just the swing. He looked smooth as silk, turning 2 critical double plays to preserve a 2-0 shutout. So does promoting George Lombard Jr. give the Yankees the missing spark they need to to catch up in the American League East, or is relying on a 21-year-old rookie shortstop down the stretch too big of a risk for a team with World Series expectations?
So I don't think they're going to be relying on him. Like, yeah, most of the time when rookies get called up, it's just to, an extra spark of energy on the team right there.
But it's doing it, though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not even been a week.
Shut up.
This is
2 games.
This is clearly a question written by a Yankees fan. Let's face it.
Yes, this is a question from a Yankees fan.
Yeah. I like to tell you.
They've blown like a 14 or 15 game lead in less than 2 months, which, bravo on that right there. You got the Red Sox nipping on their heels right now.
I mean, I don't think you can call you guys getting a 16-game win streak us blowing a 16-game lead. You're playing amazing. That's different. Yeah, it's a different thing.
Also,
the Rays are the one that overtook you, though.
But it's a different thing. So that was when Judge was hurt. That was when it was June, and everything goes to shit in June. They're playing pretty good ball now. They're
very pretty good. Are they playing championship level ball? I don't think so.
I was very concerned, and now I am less concerned.
So Judge comes back, and then when they make the playoffs, he goes 2 for 18 in the series with 8 Ks.
If Judge comes back. The problem, I think, for the Yankees, and I'm going to be very honest, I think the team is a little old. I think the core is a little old. Yeah. And I think that you see it this season because the Yankees were really, and you said it, very far ahead. And then everybody got hurt. And everybody's still hurt. We started the season with everybody hurt. All the pitchers that you guys, Jeff and Mark, were like, it's going to be great. Look at all these pitchers we have. They're all hurt. And they're hurt again. I mean, so for the Yankees to be as close as they are with probably, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 starters hurt, right?
No, they're not a bad team. I'm just saying,
Yankee fan.
Let's see, you guys play the Braves starting tomorrow. Then you get a soft stretch, and then you finish the month against Houston and the Red Sox. You got to be winning those series if you want a chance to.
Well, we can't drop the game they dropped this week against the Cardinals. You can't drop that game. You just can't drop that game. You can't lose games you're supposed to win, and they do that. I think
wasn't one of the guys that got in the trade. Didn't he hit a home run? Then they give him 7 runs the next 10.
Well, so Garcia, they got to be pop, right? And in that game against the Cardinals this week, they took Garcia out for Ali Sanchez, who fucking sucks. Ali Sanchez shouldn't be in the lineup, but what's his face? The catcher who played for the Dominican Republic. Brain is really mush tonight. The fucking catchers are terrible. Trent Grisham is not a fast center fielder. 2 balls went over his head that shouldn't. I am just thanking my lucky stars when we're going to bring it back to George Lombard. That George Lombard is a really excellent shortstop. He is stopping balls, and so there was this one play up the middle he had the other night. Play up the middle, right? That was so good. So good. And I think a lot of him, he has, and maybe it's youth, he has very good arm speed. So if you dive on the ground like that, the only way you get anybody who's reasonably fast out is you throw the ball fucking hard. And so he throws the ball.
It generally has the best arm out of all the infielders.
Right. So he throws the ball hard. He's and I don't know when it's going to stop, but he has the juice of getting called up and being the savior, and that's going to keep them. That's going to keep him kind of going for a little while.
Stop trying to Derek Jeter your prospects. Okay.
No, I already fucking did that.
Look what happened to Volpe.
I'm not saying that anymore.
From Volpe.
I have an interesting question.
I want to talk about. I actually want to talk about Lombard Jr. And his brother. So his brother was just got called up to Single A or something like that.
The Marlins. His parents, he's 19.
Yeah, his parents went down to watch that game, but George was on with the Yankees.
Jacob told them to both go to New York. That's what happened.
Yes, and they both homered on their first games with their new teams on the second at bat with a 33% launch angle and almost the same exact exit velocity as well.
Yep. Jacob seems like a pretty solid kid too. He didn't want to take the limelight. He knew it was Georgia's time. It's cool to think of them that they probably grew up playing high-level baseball together because they're 2 years apart. It's a fun story. SportsCenter was all over it this weekend. All over it. They played it so many times.
Yep.
I'm By the way, is SportsCenter starting to show baseball highlights again? Like, when did this start? It's like
There's
after
nothing
like a
else- there's
decade
no
of
other
just
sports on right
ignoring
now, man.
baseball.
But who knows
back.
what
Which-
SportsCenter
wait,
is doing right now with ESPN, like firing
I'm
everybody.
happy for it. Like, I'm happy they're doing it, but
Listen,
it's
I've
just
never-
something
To just end it, I've never heard of Helio Ramos before, so who the fuck knows what that is? Hopefully Garcia works. Hopefully Garcia works out. I think he probably will, even though it was not a need. I think that Brian Cashman's got to fucking go. I think he's got to go.
Dude, he had to go like a decade ago.
He's not good for the team.
I think
because
they just thought, oh, dude, that name is perfect for the Yankees, and they just kept him because of that.
Huh,
he's just he's not willing to make any moonshots. And at this point, the Yankees need kind of a moonshot. They needed somebody big. They needed somebody splashy.
I mean-
And Luis Garcia Jr. is not splashy.
You
Yeah,
also
if
know
you're trying to-
George Steinbrenner's turning over in his grave right now with the way the Yankees are playing. Like,
Well, Hal's a
would not have
bitch.
let the
I fucking
Yankees
hate
be
Hal
this year.
Steinbrenner.
yeah, he would not have let the
Oh, that
Yankees
escalated
gotten
quickly.
this irrelevant. Like, seriously, this is kind of like a slap in the face to his legacy.
16 years. It's too long.
Yeah.
I think the only worst thing about not winning a championship for 16 years is being really good in the
Red Sox
regular
winning
season
multiple-
for most of those years.
Oh my god, you want to say you're cursed again?
You don't want to talk to
I'm not
me
cursed. I would
about
say
that.
it. Don't.
About being really good for so many years, but somehow not able to win a championship.
Matt, this is the metaphor that I keep talking to Pete about, that the
Done.
Bills and the Yankees have a generational player. Generational. And there's no way that that's true. And they're squandering them. And the
Like the Angels squandered Trout.
like the Angels squander Trout, and that goes away. You lose that window, and that window isn't forever. You got to figure it out. And I think at this point, the Yankee, especially with Judge's injury, I think the Yankees got to figure it out pretty soon. And we're
I
at
agree.
10.
Good way to end it. All right.
And let's talk about Ali Rushman now.
You told me you love me. Why did you leave me all alone? Now you tell me you need me when you call me on the phone. Well, girl, I refuse. You must have me confused with some other guy. The bridges were burned. Now it's your turn to cry. It's the next topic. It's the next topic. Yeah.
I like it.
So in the biggest surprise of deadline day, the Red Sox
Good song,
pulled
by the way.
catcher Adley Rushman away from the Orioles. Baltimore's been fading, and Boston clearly decided this was a year to go all in behind the plate. So everyone, is this the move that pushes the Red Sox over the top, or a change of scenery gamble that doesn't move the needle?
So they should get better. Like, they can't get too much worse.
It can't get
offensively,
worse.
etc. Yeah,
I forget. I saw the box score against the White Sox when they score 14-2. Everyone had a hit except the catchers.
Yep.
Huh. Wow.
I mean, they're not going to get worse. Now, a lot of the time, you know what? A change of scenery can be good for a catcher. Just being around guys can also help him out too. So,
And if
my
the-
only problem, and I'm not one of those guys who likes to hoard prospects. I understand, you're there to, make your team better, whether they come up or you trade them. You do have to make some painful choices. It just gave away so much.
They gave up a lot. They gave
Wait,
away
it's
a
not
lot.
I
even.
don't think
He's not even playing
he's
tonight.
No, he's
No,
still
he's
on
hurt.
IL, I think. Yeah. However, I
Oh,
don't think
he's
his
not
contract
healthy.
goes beyond this season, right? Like,
Yeah, he's a
am I
rental.
crazy? And how do you give up 3 of your top 5 pitching
And
prospects?
that was one of the
for a
reasons that the
young-
Yankees went for Garcia, because they had a little control. I think they have control through 28.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how you make that's a crazy move. I
Right,
know
and
myself-
it's potentially going to be a lockout next year, so you don't really have him for a long time unless you somehow re-sign him after the season. Maybe he has a really good year and maybe a really good playoffs.
I told this to Mark when I was with him yesterday or the day before. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that the Yankees were thinking about Rushman to fix our catcher problem, and he failed his physical.
Well, it
That's
sounds
what I
like
heard.
he's hurt. Right?
I don't know if
So-
it's true, but that's what happened.
So I heard the Yankees were in on them too, but then I heard it from a fake joke tweet where they said they wanted to include Chisholm, but someone called him Jizz and he didn't want to be included. So it was
I love Jazz. He's an asshole. he's one of those really flashy athletes who people hate, but I love him. He has so much good energy. He's cool.
I love guys with attitude. I'm sorry, like during the World Baseball Classic, when you see the Latin players, they're fucking showboating. Like bring that to the game. Like you know what?
That shit's awesome. I agree.
I like a little showboating. Piss the other team off. That's fun. Like you must remember the early 2000s Yankees Red Sox rivalry was some of the best television just on TV. It was always because the two teams. I think they wanted the other team to lose at least as much as they wanted to win. And that adds an extra dimension of how much you try, in my opinion. Bring that back into the game. So yeah, like I said, Rutschman, they gave up so much. And I kind of think now the pressure's kind of on the Red Sox. Like, if they give up that much and then he walks away, unless they win a World Series, what's the point, Like, that's a lot to give up. So they did put some more pressure on themselves. But I also think he should improve their catching situation offensively, definitely. So there's a chance it could work out.
He's a switch hitter.
Honestly, it sounds like
this could also mean maybe this is another Jason Varitek situation here. You never know.
It's a ballsy move that when you realize your team is better than you thought it was, and you're like, you know what? Let's ride that. And
they're pitching.
No one thought that. No one thought that of the Red Sox 2 months ago. That's for sure.
Yeah. It's funny because
I'm afraid that they saw what their pitching is right now, and they thought we don't need that many pitching prospects. If that was their motivation, just to throw them all against the wall, I don't like that because you can always use pitching.
Man, I'm really mad they got rid of Connor early. I really am.
Yeah, and then the guy they traded him for, like.
Yeah, he gets hurt on
the literal next fucking day.
Yeah, season-ending surgery or season-ending injury.
Did you guys see that Sonny Gray said that if his last contract was for the Yankees or the Rays, he would retire? That's just bluster. But it's Sonny Gray on your team.
Ken Griffey Jr. said if the only team that offered him a contract, he'd retire. So I mean, I respect that.
No, Vlad is the one who has a problem with the Yankees because of something that happened when he was a kid and Dad was on the team, and he'll never get over that, and that's why he hates them.
Really, I thought Junior also had an issue with them. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I think it's
not that big of a deal.
There's a lot of players that have issues with the Yankees because of the Yankees.
I know. So, yes or no, does Rutschman move the needle? Because we are almost out of time.
I say yes, but he still may have given up too much for him.
I am curious to see how he handles the pitching staff. That's the one thing that I'm really worried about.
That's a good thought. Yeah. Actually, that's a really good thought.
Listen, while again I poked fun at none of the catchers were any good offensively. I believe a catcher's number one job is to handle a pitching staff.
Oh yeah.
I remember, I believe it was Tony La Russa that said that Yadier Molina, who was one of the better catchers back in the day, he could hit for like 100, but he'd still start him every day because of what he did with the starting pitchers. Jason Varitek, again, speaking of him, the man caught 4 no-hitters.
4.
And I don't think that is that's something that I don't think that's a lucky streak or anything like that.
No.
He caught 4 no-hitters. I think that's an achievement.
Oof.
And they won 3 World Series while he was there, something like that.
I would say when it comes to baseball, there are 3 positions you can have where you can be abysmal hitting and it'd be okay. Catcher, shortstop, center field. The defense up the middle is just so important for the game. Those 3, you can be below average hitters and it'd be okay.
Did you guys see the interview when they did the 4 for 40 on the Braves that Greg Maddux used to talk about calling his own pitches? And Eddie Perez is just like, I just kind of let him do what he wanted.
Well, he was Greg Maddux.
Maddux.
I think like Greg Maddux, wasn't he like he gave up a home run in the middle of the season, the game that didn't matter, because he knew we're going to play them again in the playoffs? And dude, that sort of forward thinking is insane.
Baseball IQ off the charts.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to end on. We're at time.
Okay.
Good, Mark Capella.
Boo!
Next topic has taken its toll on me. She said goodbye too many times before. And next topic is breaking in front of me. And I have no choice, 'cause I won't say goodbye anymore.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
All right, Pete. I was thinking about you, buddy, so I got a softball for you.
Okay.
John Harbaugh is promising a tactical evolution in East Rutherford that could define Big Blue's offseason.
Tactical evolution, you said.
Offense this season. By pairing Isaiah Likely alongside sophomore tight end Theo Johnson, the Giants are jumping headfirst into the NFL's 12 personnel revolution. They're joining a league-wide movement using multi-tight end sets to bully light nickel defenses and create ultimate pre-snap mismatches. As NFL defenses get lighter and faster to stop perimeter wideouts, will the Giants' double tight end tandem of Isaiah Likely and Theo Johnson become a cheat code for the middle of the field?
Welcome.
And also, just explain nickel to me, please, and everyone else that's listening.
So a lot of teams' base defenses in, I'd say, from like 2022 especially on, were favoring running 5 defensive backs instead of 4. That's what a nickel package is. Usually that would be a special. Yeah, usually that would be a special setup. But the Bills under Sean McDermott, when he was here, that was their base defense. They were base nickel. They would only have 2 linebackers on the field, and Taron Johnson would be their nickel corner. So that was a designated starting position as opposed to like a 5th cornerback, like a depth player taking that role. So, and yes, defenses are getting lighter and faster, but I will say you are not on the leading edge of this movement.
No, it's the end, but it's fine.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, the Bills were one of the first teams to really do this. And in 2025 or 24, 2024, they grabbed Dalton Kincaid to be their pass catching guy. They had Dawson Knox, who was their all around tight end. And then the next year they got Jackson Hawes in the 5th round, who is probably the best blocking tight end in the NFL, even in his rookie year, and definitely now this year. He would go in the 2nd round if he were drafted in this past draft.
And it's because everyone's using this 12 personnel.
Everybody wants now to team up with 12 and sometimes 13 personnel. 3 just all tight ends. Oops, all tight ends. Basically, right? So, and another team that you wouldn't think of that is on the forefront of this is the Rams. Sean McVay actually is building. Sean McVay was building a lot of heavy 2 tight end sets and possibly even 3 tight end sets now.
Yep.
Not all the
they're
time.
The leaders in 13 personnel.
Yep. And Buffalo's been working on building that setup as well over the last couple seasons. So, yes, the Giants are definitely riding the bandwagon now, and I think it can work. Although I will say by this point, defenses are now starting to adjust the other way, especially with the advent of the return of the running back. Right? You've got a lot of incredible running backs the last 2 years, and they're getting those performances because defenses are getting a little bit soft.
Exactly. Defense get lighter. You get a big, heavy guy to run right through the line, right at the defense. There's always this. It's a chess match. There's a give and take with this.
Of course.
And if we're going to talk about 2 tight end sets, we have to, once again mention the GOAT, Bill Belichick. Drafting.
Did it early.
Gronk and Hernandez started this trend back.
They were doing it
before he started murdering people,
era,
though, right?
Yeah, that was pre-murdering people. Yes,
he may have murdered people at Florida.
It might have been during the murdering.
Fun fact. I actually grew up like 10 minutes away from the dump site of Odin Lloyd's body.
Oh no!
Jesus.
So that day there were so many helicopters in the sky. Like it was insane.
Oh my God.
It was just constant. I woke up like, what the hell happened? Turned on the news, like, oh, that explains it.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's an industrial park now. So.
Yep.
Pete is likely
your second tight end is a murderer.
Is Isaiah?
I don't know. If
Isaiah likely 241, 6'4". He's big. He's
a great pass catcher though too.
He is a great pass catcher, and I really think we're talking about breakout stars, and we'll talk about that in the next question. But I think Isaiah Likely is going to have a really good season. I think Jackson Dart really loves tight ends. Theo Johnson had his best year ever. I think Isaiah Likely is a much better pass catcher than Theo Johnson.
Yeah.
What would you define as like a good season? Like 10 touchdowns?
I mean, 10 touchdowns for any tight end is spectacular. Yeah.
I would think 10 touchdowns would be really good.
That'd be in the top five.
No, I mean,
of the
do you
league.
think he's going to get 10
Solid
touchdowns?
I think that is in the realm of possibility. I think he's going to be a primary target. And I don't
think he's going to be a primary target.
Neighbors is your primary receiving target.
Well, Neighbors is still. They're saying Neighbors is ready.
He'll be fine.
Can I also just one more point for this one?
Sure.
Like, you also need a quarterback who's not concussed all the time to be able to hit the
John loves hearing about that.
You just set him off.
The bandwagon, to be honest, Matt, I think the bandwagon of Jackson Dart gets concussed too much is a bunch of bullshit. And I think that the problem is that if you don't let a 22-year-old blonde Southern boy who jumps off of fucking boats and shit play the way he wants to. Mark and I saw the game against the Pats. He played like shit because they didn't let him fucking run. And I think they
and the time that he did run, he got his clock cleaned.
But
him and Scadaboo, they need Scadaboo. Scadaboo would actually be very beneficial and help them out. Like,
it's fine. Scadaboo will ram his head into everybody first, so they don't have a chance to hit Jackson Dart's head.
The whole plan with CeCe Mawinoa, with Patrick Richard, Cam coming back, is they're going to blow up. They're just going to blow the whole middle of that field open, man.
Yeah, they're going to run more.
They're going to run like crazy. They're going to be the New York Ravens. They are. Yep. That's the fucking plan. It's really obvious.
Yeah.
They also, I looked at some of their opponents for this season. Now, it's not exactly easy, some of the defenses they play. They play the Texans. They play the Seahawks. They play the Eagles twice. Like,
yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Those teams will not get fooled by a two tight end set.
No.
I mean, I don't think they're trying to fool anybody, to be honest. I think that, and he did say this, but I think the New York Giants are going to be bullies next year. I think they're going to try to hurt.
You know what I want to see from the Giants?
It's keeping up with the Joneses, but it's good that they're doing.
I want to see two running backs and two tight ends. That's what I want to see.
I'm sure you will see that out of a Harbaugh offense.
I also think you're talking about scary defenses.
That's a certainty.
When Lawrence Taylor being able to make things happen. I think the combination of Alvarez and Brian Burns, I mean, that defense is going. We said the defense was going to be scary last year. It's going to be scarier.
I never said the defense was going to be scary last year.
The Giants?
Yeah, we did. We said it a lot.
The front seven was going to be scary.
We said it a lot.
Especially the front line was, The secondary,
I'm not talking about the secondary. The secondary is still incredibly questionable. We're not going to talk about that, even though we did a thing to fix that. But the front seven is going to be nuts. Yeah. We can't forget that Brian Burns made the Pro Bowl. Should have made the Pro Bowl last year and was a top 10 sack person in stats.
John is accepting the loss of Sexy Dexy.
It's fine. We don't need him. We have Arvell Reese. He's skinnier.
Oh, right, you guys got Reese.
He's not a D tackle.
It's true.
You don't need
you can't replace Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence literally grabbed the running. I saw a video of him today grabbing a running back with one hand, and he just stopped him. He was like, no, come here. Come here, little man.
Come here.
Come here. All right, time.
All right, here's another fake sponsor. Deadline Regret Insurance. Covers you when your favorite team pulls off a bold move at the deadline, and you're not ready to feel feelings about it yet. Deadline Regret Insurance. Underwritten by Hope. Powered by Group Chat Rage. Is it too late now for next topic? 'Cause I'm missing you, don't stop it. Is it too late now for next topic? Yeah, I know that I will let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? All right, we're gonna Pete. This topic is gonna be for you, but John is definitely gonna love this topic. And HBO and Max's Lanterns premieres August 16th, and it's a hard swing away from your typical superhero fare. A dark, grounded tone following a veteran Hal Jordan and rookie Jon Stewart investigating a homicide in Nebraska. It's part of a bigger DC push at HBO to lean into prestige TV storytelling instead of blockbuster spectacle. So everyone, does a slow burn detective take work for a Green Lantern story, or does the property need the spectacle?
I feel like Green Lantern may not be the best character to do this with.
Can I just tell you that
But it's Nathan Fillion.
We've had
True.
2 strikeouts on Green Lantern. They need to do something different.
Yeah.
We've had 2 really
I
bad
guess
Green Lantern movies.
That's true. I guess I
really
applaud it.
bad.
Well,
And
I'll say, I think, I mean, the Green Lantern Corps, they're space cops. I think it would have been better if they set the murder in space on a different planet or something, like that plays more into what the Green
no,
Lantern
we've had that.
is.
We've had that. We've had.
Guys, Nathan
I think
Fillion
the
can
problem
do
with
no
that. for
Listen,
an
James
HBO would be the
Gunn
budget.
has to stop making Guardians of the Galaxy. They have to stop.
No.
He's really good at
It's
making
gonna be
that.
like a detective story, just like on a different planet.
It would
in
be
space.
Guardians of the Galaxy, and people would say that. This is different, and I applaud it, honestly. I think that Nathan Fillion and Nathan Fillion being the Guy Gardner, who is the 3rd Lantern that's in this show. I think that his comedy, along with the Green Lanterns, and honestly, they're making this at the end of Hal Jordan's superheroing career, and I like that perspective. I really like the Batman movies that have come out in the last 10 years, where we're sort of we don't have to he doesn't have to fight the Joker, and he doesn't have to fight Penguin. He's already done that, and he'll walk through the Batcave, and there'll all be all this crime memorabilia, and that's the Affleck Batman. He's towards the end, because I like to see what it's done to them, because we have to have less origin
Did you say
story.
you like Ben Affleck as Batman?
I say I like those movies, which I kind of did. But I like that perspective, the perspective where it's really hard to be a superhero. And
Yeah, you know what? Sorry, go on.
no, I just think James Gunn is going to do a really good job. I think it's going to be a great show. I'm super excited for it.
I will say, I don't think it, I do like the change of pace. I don't think it has to be spectacle. I just think it has to be good. So it can succeed.
That's what most TV shows need, is more good.
More good.
Yeah.
Well, Apple's really good at just doing good.
HBO makes great TV,
But they
and
do,
I don't
they
think
do.
HBO would greenlight a superhero show, even from the Warner family, if it wasn't great. I don't think it's going to be bad. And I think that shrinking the scope a little bit, because the powers are so fantastical.
That's the
right?
thing with Green Lantern's powers are
Green
so
Lantern's
ridiculous.
tough. They're ridiculous. They're
And
ridiculous.
it's hard.
power set.
It's hard to translate that to a live action show. It works much better in comic book form.
I agree.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, they actually have some Green Lantern animated movies, which I think work better. I just think
Yeah,
that sort of power works better in animation than it does in live action.
for sure.
Just because just how fantastical it is. I think the more fantastical something gets, harder it is to do live action. That's why Batman works in live
We have to
action.
also understand
Yes,
the difference
but
between
Batman
DC
worked
and
pretty good
Marvel
and animated too.
is that DC is ridiculous. The DC heroes are ridiculous. There's a guy whose arms and legs come off. I mean, there's a guy who throws polka dots. The DC power sets are ridiculous
It is
because
kinda
they've been
funny.
around longer.
I was going to say
There's
they've
a
been
lot
around
of
since the
man.
20s, right?
I mean, there's a guy who wears stars and stripes and swings around a stick. I mean, just there's a lot of really crazy, weird people in the DC universe. There is. We have to know that. And so,
His name is probably
doing
wears stars and stripes and swings around a stick man.
Starman. It's Starman.
Oh,
It's
Starman.
Starman.
So there you go.
It's Starman. So you're close.
Okay.
I mean, I think Buddy Cop. I think a little bit.
Man.
I think a little bit of grimy, in the weeds, True Detective almost. That's what I want from this. I want
Sure.
True Detective.
Well, how well was
with
the Penguin?
superpowers. Penguin was great. That show
Penguin was
great.
great.
You know,
Great.
we did
Gritty,
watch, I think, the
gritty,
first couple
real.
episodes of that, and I liked it. What we watched.
Great.
For some reason, we didn't continue with it.
That show
was
is awesome.
That was a long time ago. I don't even think we were in this house yet.
No, it wasn't.
That
This
was
is a
over-
Colin Farrell penguin.
No,
this is a
this is
Colin
last
Farrell
year.
penguin. This is last year.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking.
You're thinking of the Fox show.
Yes, there was a show where
Which-
Bruce Wayne was still a kid.
Oh, you're yeah.
Gotham.
You're thinking of Gotham.
Gotham, yes.
Where the penguin
That's
was
what it
really
was.
skinny. This
Yes,
is Colin
okay.
Farrell wearing fat Italian guy makeup.
Okay,
and
this is different
being
then.
kind of a scumbag.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that show was about a young Bruce Wayne, on his
Yes.
journey to become Batman.
Yep.
The Penguin is about the Penguin.
Okay,
So it's,
all right. That's
It's
different.
literally he is the protagonist, and it's about him trying to fill a hole in the whatever crime family. I forget the name of the crime family in Gotham.
The Falcone.
The Falcone.
Roman, yeah. I think the Gotham was the last acting role I remember Jada Pinkett Smith had before the slap.
She was pretty good in that. Honestly, Gotham is a pretty good show, but it's network.
It's not that. Yeah. For
network.
a network show,
Yeah.
I agree. It was. I didn't watch the last season.
I mean, that was before the streaming show revolution.
Stephanie really
hit.
liked the knockoff X-Men show too. That was on Fox. You remember that, Pete?
Shoot, what was the name of that?
I don't remember that.
Was that like
I don't know.
Right. There was a monkey.
I mean, Polaris was in it.
Oh, never mind. I'm
Polaris.
thinking of something different.
The Gifted. That's called The Gifted, and there was a big X on it, and that's how we knew it was the X-Men. But,
That's right. That's right.
Sunspot was in it, and Polaris was in it. And
I think
Polaris was super cool.
I think we watched a season of that. I don't know if we actually did the whole thing. No, there was another one that I'm thinking of that was like there was a talking monkey. There was a guy that like turned into an ape. Sorry, there's not monkeys.
Oh boy.
There
This
was
is a great story, Pete. So good.
It's such a
So
great story.
riveting.
there was
riveting.
Ellen Page was like a super powerful character in it.
Oh, that is not Marvel at all. That's
It's not
a
Marvel,
completely
no, but it
different
was
show.
like hey, we could do a sort of a knockoff X-Men thing too, but it was different.
It was called.
It was a bunch of
the guy
kids
who saw
with
dead
powers in
people.
a giant mansion with a professor.
Yeah, that's not X-Men at all.
What was that called? Because that went on a couple seasons.
I don't know, but we have to move on.
And like classic comic book style, they fucked it up with way too much time travel.
No, yeah, no, that's what happens. Anyway, we got to move on.
Right.
A honey came and then she called me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door.
Huh.
I couldn't forget them.
Is that a breakup?
They
song?
did not
I
get
don't think
this
we break up at the end of
these
that
lyrics
song.
right.
Make it up as
How
you go.
could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time, the next topic's there. She never took her eyes off me.
Sorry, we probably
Somebody
weren't in
do the
sync
rap.
there. It was in sync.
Somebody
in my
do the
head.
rap.
I don't know it well. I can't sound like Shaggy.
Yes, you can. Don't sell yourself short, Pete.
Don't
I think we need to take a moment to break down a summer earthquake that has completely reshaped the NBA landscape. The Philadelphia 76ers didn't just win the offseason, they pulled off an unprecedented double dip by trading for formal finals MVP Jaylen Brown, sorry guys, and signing LeBron James in free agency, pairing LeBron and Jaylen alongside Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid instantly gives Phillies the most headline-grabbing super team lineup in basketball. So, in a league dominated by harsh salary caps, cap aprons, roster depth, and team chemistry, we have to ask the question, is the age of the super team alive and well, or is Philly trying to run a 2010s blueprint in an era that has completely outgrown it?
Poignant
Yeah,
question.
I guess I'll take this one. First, I just want to say, always been a fan of Jaylen Brown. Hated when they traded him. Hated they traded him to Philly. Like, there was no team in the West they could have shipped him off
Fuck
to.
these
Like,
new owners. That's all I say about it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was to get under the.
Seriously, get him the fuck out of here. I don't want to deal with him all year.
Yeah, it was to get him under the first apron. And you also saw the same thing with Oklahoma City Thunder. The last 7 NBA championships have all been different teams. Like the age of the super team, you might be able to pull it off for one season, maybe 2. That's it. After that,
I mean, they're flashy
Well,
as fuck, but are
especially
they
when-
good next year?
So
Oh, they're
I
gonna be
think
good.
Listen,
there's 2 options. Either option A, well, one, how much does Joel Embiid play? Because
Yes.
Because his legs are made of glass.
Exactly. But so option 1 though is actually they're either going to be a very dysfunctional team with too many personalities that will have shine flashes of greatness, or option 2, they will be a good team, but they will run into issues, in big moments, where they can't decide who gets to be who runs the team.
Whose team is it?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things, and so I don't
There's
think
only
they'll
one
go
ball.
far.
I think that's a really good point because they're all very, very, very big personalities. Like, who
Yeah,
you
they're
run-
all aren't they all like on ball players too? Like it's like seriously, like they need the balls in their hands to generate offense.
Yeah,
Like
who do you run the? I mean, who do you run the team through at this point? Like, who?
What's the average
yeah,
age of this
LeBron
team
James,
too? Like
In a lot of
by far, the most
respects,
athletic 41-year-old in the world. He's
still
also 41
He's
years
still
old.
41. Yeah.
in a lot of respects, I think Philadelphia needs to kind of run it back, and the offense should probably go through Embiid in the low block. But it's 2026, and the NBA doesn't do that anymore.
No.
So I don't know I mean, it's either going to be Jalen
Second
or
round
LeBron
exit.
that's taking the last shot. In all seriousness,
Second round exit. That's what's going to be. I'm sorry, I just don't see it.
no, I think they'll do well. I don't think they're a championship squad.
Second round
But
exit is a top 4 team in the conference.
well, I mean, but I'll probably only really name one team that's better than them. In all seriousness, like I don't think the Celtics are better than them. I don't think. I mean, the Pacers might be up there. I mean, they're getting Halliburton back. And
Dude, the Pacers-
at least the
pretty
Celtics-
decent team.
At least the Celtics knows who's running the team. Though.
I'll ask a serious question. Like, with Halliburton back, do the Celtics or do the Pacers bounce back to be a top 10 team? I don't think they do.
They were in the finals. They were in the finals like 2 seasons ago.
Terrible. They were terrible last year. They were so
Because they didn't
bad.
have Halliburton.
How does
How would you be without Jalen Brunson, John?
We won for a whole month. The Knicks are really deep.
That's not a whole season.
I mean, the Knicks are really deep. They're really deep.
That is a decent chunk of time, though.
You're really deep.
Not as much anymore.
I think that they are going to be very good. I think that you nailed it on the head. I think a lot of the Sixers' success is if Embiid stays healthy, and he won't. I think that unfortunately he's a bit of a baby, so he doesn't really play. The team doesn't function well when he's in a shitty mood, like in the playoffs against the Knicks, where he didn't function well after he beat you guys. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but he was hurt against you guys, and then he came back and won 4 games in a row.
Yes.
I think that I feel really bad for Tyrese Maxey because he's a very good playmaker. And I don't think he's going to get a chance to really produce.
I think he'll be just fine. In all seriousness, like he's probably not going to have opportunities for him to take over the game like he did last year. In a lot of respects, last year Tyrese Maxey was their best player.
I agree. That's what I said.
He's definitely not their best player now, though.
No, I think getting Jaylen Brown has taken that role sort of away from him. Honestly,
No, I don't think so because he can still be the point guard.
yeah.
And-
I think that I was talking to Eric about this. This is the reason I asked this question. I think that one thing that Braun is really good at in his old age is his basketball IQ is very, very high.
I'm saying he's been playing for over 20,
he doesn't,
20 seasons at this point. Right?
He doesn't feel the need to run up and down the court as much. He notices when plays are evolving, and he does a lot of what looks like cherry picking, but actually
I think that's really more old man disease than anything else.
well, he's always in a really good place,
Well,
right?
I mean,
You see him cherry picking an awful lot because he's like they're off doing a fast break and Braun's an old man.
He's like, I'm not going to catch that.
Get off my lawn, and he
does.
He's just literally just standing on the other end of the court while another play is going on.
Cherry picks
and then
a
if
lot.
they miss, you see a long ass pass to him on the other end of the court because he just
by Luka
stood there.
because he can throw the ball like that.
Yeah, Luka was really good at that last year.
Luka was really good at that. I don't know. I agree. I don't think that they're going to make it to the end, and I think that. I think that the Knicks stayed. I think the Knicks stayed really good. I think the Knicks are going to be really hard to beat in the East. I just do because they're keeping everybody who matter except for Mitch.
From my vastly empty amount of experience in the NBA, that this seems like a team that's built to just burn very brightly but very briefly. Exactly.
Well, Pete,
like
Matt nailed it.
Yeah,
he nailed it. Is the fact that eight different teams have won the NBA Finals in the last 8 years. The last time a super team won more than one was LA or Golden State. That's the last
right?
That's the last successful super team.
But that was
where
over
they
10
had,
years ago.
And that was before the whole supermax contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
Supermax contracts have
Supermax.
killed super teams.
right.
That's
And they did that on
ironic.
purpose. Hey,
Yeah. I mean, there's more parity in the league, so we'll see. Will it be a better product? We'll have to wait and see. I like that there's more parity, but the fact that a team only has maybe two maybe 3 seasons to stretch out a run. Like, I don't think we'll ever see Dynasty again in the NBA unless the rules change again.
That's a good point. I think that's true.
That would be interesting to track.
I just want one more.
I don't. Not for you.
You got your title. You got your title. Wait
one
another
more.
53 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
Hey,
We only have 18.
still waiting over here. Which is one team to get one of them.
Mark, sing me a song.
And I ran so far away. To next topic, we couldn't get away. Couldn't get away.
From the next topic.
So I've been saving this topic for a little while because now I am pretty much using AI to now do my whole prepping for the show. I figured it was probably an appropriate time. Plus a follow-up to last week's topic. ChatGPT is still the biggest player with over 1 billion monthly users, but its market share just dropped below 50% for the first time, at about 46% currently. Gemini surging now at nearly 28% share and 662 million users. And Claude's the real riser. Well, I'm just migrated to Claude, quadrupling from 60 million users in December to 245 by May. That's happening in the same stretch where OpenAI admitted one of its own AI agents went rogue during a test and spent days inside Hugging Face systems trying to cheat on an evaluation. So everyone, is that hack actually going to cost OpenAI users, or are people picking apps based on convenience regardless of what's going on behind the scenes?
I think a thing that happened that I noticed is that and maybe it was a financial decision. OpenAI cracked down a little bit on their free license, and it became less
It's harder
convenient.
to produce an image now.
It became less convenient. I was telling Mark this weekend, I use Gemini almost exclusively now because I get Gemini tokens for paying for Google Photos. I just get them in my Google Home account. So I apply for Google One, and I can pretty much make any image I want or do any prompt that I want in Gemini. So that's why I use Gemini. A lot of businesses use Claude. Claude is very business friendly. I think that's one
Claude's
thing.
very business friendly. I primarily used it because of real estate stuff.
I think Claude is going to do really well because they see that. I mean, if we don't remember the last computing war, the reason that Microsoft won is because Microsoft, above Apple, went more universally business friendly. That's why they won. And
there is a Chrome add-on. Chrome is the internet browser that I use. And with an extension, that's what Chrome calls it. And you can essentially call on Claude to do things for you in a Chrome on a Chrome.
I mean, OpenAI and Gemini have that, but like the fact that it's becoming universally accessible is really good. I think that Google is doing really well because they are more aggressively tying Gemini into their searches. So you can, if you do a search in Google now, you pretty much get a Gemini window, and you can pretty much search whatever you want in the Gemini window. So like you can ask follow-up questions to your search. And the dream has always been, since it started 3 years ago, has always been that search engines, which were the last vestige, are just going to turn into AI engines. And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. It's already making it worse. There's some good things about like the AI summaries maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, Matt, just jump in.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Wait,
Go ahead,
sorry,
You know how the show works.
You finish your thought because my thing's a little bit longer. So
No, just go.
Go. That's all
Okay, yeah. You know what, Mark? You might not like me for this, but I think AI is vastly overpromised technology, and it's nowhere near the levels it was pitched as. It does have problems. I mean, we have people using AI as their therapist, which previous models.
Well, that's a big problem.
That people used to previous models used to encourage people, to act on their worst impulses. It's become too much of a crutch for younger people in their academics. It affected their ability to problem solve and think critically. Demonstrated.
Yeah, people are using it for medical diagnoses. It's like no.
Yeah, there are actually some that have
that's
actually,
what they're trying to force
circumventing
people to do.
shutdowns. Yeah, there's some that have been like circumventing shutdowns. Like you type into shutdown, they've been trying to get around it to avoid being shut down. That does sound like the dystopian, sci-fi nightmare type
They're
thing.
preventing shutdowns. I don't understand that.
Yeah, they commanded to shut down, and it
You don't have to. You just close the browser.
Well, no, these aren't like not those
He's
AI. They're
going
like
on the
AIs
data
like
center
companies and
level.
stuff. Yeah. So
In a
I mean,
panic,
I've
they
seen-
tried to pull the plug.
yeah, and then we also see like we have issues with their people creating adult content of people without their consent, children. It's like we really need restrictions on AI, and our leaders are refusing to put any guardrails. You have people like Sam Altman saying, people take up too much water for AI. Like,
Hey, I'm really glad you brought that up because I wanted
I hate
in this question to discuss. Do you guys know, just like as a guess, the amount of flock cameras that have showed up in the United States since 2024?
It's alarmingly scary.
it's so many of them.
No, like make a guess on numbers.
I think it's over. It's definitely over 2,000.
Oh, it's over 2,000.
Like
I don't. Maybe it was like 2,000
10
municipalities.
million?
I
I don't know.
120,000 flock cameras since 2024. I saw a heat map today, and it literally, since 2024, it rose exponentially. You just started showing up, and then 2024 hit, and it was like, pop, 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 pop.
Jeez.
It is not a coincidence that the first month Trump was in office, he had all of those tech geniuses. He had Altman, and he had everybody.
Genius
was with
in
him.
quotes.
Yeah,
Geniuses. Yeah.
everybody
They
was
just
there
have the
because
fucking money.
He
And no soul.
He sold America to them. He
Yep.
did. It
He
happened.
did. Of course
It
he did.
happened.
Because he does not give a flying fuck.
Well, no, not just that. Like our entire government is trying to pin our whole economy on AI, and I'm sorry, it's not what is promised. Like these guys overpromised, and they need more money to keep their companies afloat.
Yep.
And because
NVIDIA
didn't OpenAI have to shut down their video thing a few months back?
NVIDIA just
because it was
injected
losing money?
$200 billion into OpenAI to keep them afloat.
Yeah.
The entire
And then,
AI thing is a giant circle jerk between mega corporations right now. The money is cyclical.
I'm glad you
It's a circular money flow that goes between those companies, and there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing getting injected by consumers because all of the hardware that used to be bought by consumers is now pegged for AI. Like RAM, guess what? 100% of the global production of memory
27
on the planet for 2027 is already bought by fucking data centers. 100%.
Now-
There is
I'm glad you
zero
brought the
left
flock
for
cameras.
anybody else.
I'm glad you brought the flock cameras. There were cases. I think there's been like over 50 cases of cops using flock cameras to stalk like exes and like they're just abusing its power.
Well, you bring up-
Yeah, it's toys for the most immoral and the most corrupt and the most
You bring up Claude.
most rich
Claude
assholes.
was we talk about this a lot, but Claude was blacklisted when they were Anthropic. That is, was blacklisted when they were asked the government to not use Claude for spying on the American people. They're like, no, that's exactly the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole plan. They also just want to replace labor with AI, so they don't have to pay people like that.
Well, yeah, that
that's
was
the whole
Elon.
purpose
That
of
was
it.
Elon Musk's vision. He did a whole speech about that.
It's a $3 trillion industry because
Yeah, and like you said, it's just circular. There's no new money going in there.
Right.
Like I'm sorry, it's a scam, and
it's not a scam.
It's a scam.
Listen. We are
It's a giant pyramid scheme arranged
we
by
are-
mega corporations that have more money than God and want to run the world.
I think that the ethics of AI, which is what you both are talking about, is separate from the technology of AI. And I think we really need to be very aware of the difference between ethics and possibility. Obviously, we are in a country that is being run by the unethical right now. Obviously, that's happening. So businesses run by the unethical are doing all the things you're saying. That's all happening. I think that parents, it's not really an ethics question, but it's more of like a parenting question, honestly, are allowing their children to be on their screens way too much and not controlling them. So
That's for
kids are
sure.
cheating. That's all happening. But in a world where we're choosing to use AI ethically, I think the possibilities are very, very good. I think that the ability to scan medical data in real time is awesome. I think the ability to look at, I don't know, exports from some sort of giant business industry and being able to actually make real decisions on that data. I really enjoy AI because I am using it to sort of fill in the holes, of my actual skill, like to do like some PowerShell programming to like solve problems that I used to not have the skills to solve, but I'm a good problem solver. Now, here's a question. 45-year-old, all us.
Yeah.
We can probably use AI ethically. It is probably a good tool. How do we get from what it is to what we need our children for it to be? And does it make them stupid? I think in the current zeitgeist of the world, it makes them stupid. I think it's bad.
And I think that's the way it's being marketed to them, unfortunately.
Yeah, if it's used as a
If you
tool,
use anything for what it's not used for, then
Right.
you're gonna.
I mean, here's
Yeah.
the thing. Like,
I
everyone's
agree, John.
looking up
As
the
a
answers to
well-regulated
everything.
tool, right? Like, I'll occasionally use it as a visual effects artist and maybe like creating. People won't know what this is, but like a Z depth pass, right? So that Z depth just means like distance from the camera, right? Like I'm creating that because I didn't have that to work with. So I'm like, hey, I want a map that color codes what's close to the camera, what's far away. I can create that with like an AI model, right? But it's a guess. It's not perfect, and I end up having to fix it most of the time anyway.
Well, I mean, you're talking, though, about incredibly technical answers. Like, let's just think about business efficiencies,
That's the extent I want to see it being used
But let's
for.
think about business efficiencies. When I work for company XYZ and I am asked to write some sort of release document on a 400-page PDF, instead of spending the week to read the 400-page PDF and making notes on it, I just have AI read it. AI read it, it'll make my logical summary, and then I can write my own thing based on that logical summary. I think that
and you trust it to do as good a job as you could have done reading it?
Good at reading. There's some things that don't need our full attention.
It's kind of like it's okay for a search engine right now. That's really all I trust it for, and as a tool. When I said it's a scam, I meant the way it's being used right now is a scam. The way our economy's tied to it is a scam. But
right, yeah, I don't think the technology
like
itself is a scam. It's being mismarketed, I think. And
exactly, yeah, it was way oversold, and
so you're saying words like marketed and sold. I don't see it making any money besides the money it charges. It doesn't make money yet. It's like a burgeoning technology that no one knows how to use correctly.
When I said oversold, I mean the promises. Like, they
I guess like the way they're pushing it.
What it is.
Who's pushing it?
Everyone. Microsoft, it's like Elon Musk.
What they're doing is
like
what Microsoft is doing is they're ingesting it because they spent $4 billion at this point. They spent $4 billion on it, so it's in office now, right? Google is pushing it because it's in Chrome now, but nobody's advertising AI. I haven't seen one AI advertising.
Are you kidding?
Actually, maybe
every single trade show, every tech thing, every computer thing now has the word AI in it. Everything. Yeah. Everything is AI.
I mean, do you buy everything that the internet tells you?
No, but you can't get away from it.
Free money from our government. They don't have to sell it to consumers. They're selling it to the largest cash entity in existence right now, the U.S. government. It's they're legislating this.
And to themselves, and they literally
states can't regulate it.
Like I said,
how insane is
we
that?
would be naive if we didn't think that the drones for the U.S. government are currently using AI. They are. I mean, they are.
I think they've admitted it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
I didn't intend for this
the fact of it,
but I'm so glad it did.
The fact of it is that we watched the Terminator movies and we thought Skynet was a super good idea and we're heading towards it. And we are at time. So, Mark, do you know what time it is, my friend?
3 billion lives dead. That's a great idea.
Socks are still playing.
It's the final topic.
Abortion.
That is my fucking favorite. All right, Pete, I got another one for you and a good, happy topic to leave off on. With over 40 million Americans preparing to draft this month, the debate at the top of the board is wilder than ever. those 40 million Americans actively manage a roster every autumn, and the average player spends approximately 6.9 hours per week checking stats, setting lineups, and scouring waiver wires, with over 90% of players admitting to tinkering with their team during work hours. So I have two huge questions.
Use AI?
Wait, people have 6.9 hours a week to do this?
It's 1 hour
So
on average a day. That seems like a lot.
That's
I
a
mean-
lot of time.
I know people who play probably 4 and 5 teams. And
I'm sure.
I do that, but I don't spend an hour a day on them.
So I have two
I
huge
wish
questions.
I had an hour a day to spend on it.
One,
It's the average. So other people are spending like 10 hours a day.
That would
Guys,
mean,
let him
that would
finish
mean
the
I had a lot of other hours for you to do other stuff
guys,
first.
let him finish the topic first.
hey
All right,
guys, shut the fuck up.
All right.
All right, shut the fuck up.
Sorry, John. Go ahead.
I'm
And,
speaking.
go and finish.
Sorry.
All right, so I have two questions. First, who deserves the number 1 overall pick in 2026? And is there a late round sleeper that's going to win you the trophy? And I know people are listening that like to write this information down, so let's help them out.
I mean, in pure like paper talent, is it still Bijan Robinson? The Falcons are kind of a tire fire, but he's still amazing.
It's
I mean,
either
He didn't win me the
Probably-
championship last year, but he almost did.
Yeah.
Almost.
if you're in a PPR league, then it's probably Bijan Robinson. I am in a fantasy football league with the two of you, of which I have the number 1
Two.
pick in one of those leagues.
2 leagues. Oh yeah, Mark has
That's
the
what I
number
said
1
too.
pick.
oh yeah,
I have the number 1 pick.
Huh.
I
Yes,
am leaning
tell them
towards
bad
Jameer
information.
Gibbs.
Okay,
I
Gibbs.
think
Yeah.
I think
which
Jameer Gibbs
probably
is the
means
right
he's going to
answer.
get hurt.
Yeah.
And
No, I think that's the right answer.
There
I
was a national expert that even argued for James Cook as potentially the number 1 overall, but I don't know. The way Buffalo might be leaning more towards passing again this season. I mean,
Yeah, but James Cook catches passes too.
and actually
And
because
I don't know if they're going to do that in the in goal line situations. They're probably still going to run the ball in goal line situations.
which could still be Cook. I mean, he actually it was down in touchdowns last year compared to like 2 years ago. He had 16 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He didn't have the yards he had last year, but I mean, Cook has if he could put all that together, he could still be like the
I think
best.
Gibbs.
He was leading
I
rusher
think Gibbs
last
and
year.
Bijan are the
They're the safe,
most
like
consistent
easy
choices.
Yeah,
I think
1-2
that they
pick.
are, 24 to 30 points a game, pretty much no matter how the game goes.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 3 touchdowns. Those are the guys you pick because
Yeah.
you gotta pick somebody who's going to touch the ball on a team that's going to score.
Yep. Hey, I almost won last year on James Cook.
Sox won.
Wait, what?
Sorry. Red Sox won.
Oh, the Sox won.
It's the
I think
13th inning.
Okay,
I
so
think the White Sox are kind of petering out a little bit.
This was an
honestly.
exciting game.
It was insane. It was crazy.
all right. So we talked about
Okay,
running
so-
backs. Are there any surefire wide receivers? Like, okay, you have your Jamar Chase.
Of course.
JSN for days. I think JSN showed everyone he's the number 1 wide receiver fantasy wise in football last year.
They're going to be gunning for him this year, though. He did have the most
unfortunately,
yards last year, but I think Puka
unfortunately
Nacua-
Chase is gonna go really high, but Chase is entirely dependent on how Joe Burrow and the Bengals play, and
Absolutely.
entirely
And Joe
dependent
Burrow's health.
right.
on Joe Burrow's health.
I think Chase is
I think-
probably the
Can I give you
best
guys a-
talent receiver in the NFL, but right, he may not have the best fantasy output.
What's up, Matt?
Yeah. Can I give you guys a little anecdote?
Sure.
And then after we're done, I just want to ask you guys one question before you log off. But I just want to give a little. I personally don't like fantasy, and it's all because there was just
All right, bye,
one
Matt.
season. No. There was this one season in the past. I was doing fantasy baseball. I went 21-0-1 through the entire season. My team was in 2014 was insane.
I'll say fantasy baseball sucks.
I was kicking ass. It was 2014. I was led by Felix Hernandez and
Ooh, that's a
Stanton.
throwback.
Yeah, I know.
You said 2014.
So, yep. So it got over the championship, and then that was a week that Stan got hit in the face with a baseball, and then the Mariners shut down Felix Hernandez, and completely ruined my entire season. I
no.
dominated. So ever since then, I've hated fantasy football. That experience ruined fantasy football for me forever. Or I have fantasy sports in general. Sorry. I tried it a couple years later. I just couldn't get into it. So
All right,
Gotcha.
so we're halfway. We're actually more than halfway through. Who's that late round guy? And I brought this up with
Understandable.
quarterbacks before, but who's that late round guy
Oh,
who's
right.
going to win you? Because we always know the best pickup on the waiver wire wins fantasy drafts, not your draft. Your draft helps, but the best pickup
Man,
does.
yeah, it's so hard to say before the season starts, right? It's got to be that diamond in the rough that just shows up at like week 3, and one lucky person grabs him at the right time.
I got Drake May last year off waivers, and that
was
helped
a good
lot.
grab.
And I got Diggs off waivers. Diggs had a 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, he played very well last year. I don't know. Do you think it could be one of these? Some of these rookie receivers, I think, looked really promising. Maybe it's just because I was so laser focused on them. Like, what if Casey Concepcion gets like 1,300
I don't
yards?
think that. I mean, and if we look at Emeka Egbuka last year, I don't think a fantasy wide receiver is going to win you. Rookie wide receiver is going to win you anything, because I don't think they're going to be 17 or 15 games consistent.
Puka almost did for me when I grabbed him off waivers that 1 year as he was a rookie. But yeah,
I grabbed him the year after, and he was hurt almost the whole season.
Yeah, the odds
because fantasy football, Matt's story, fantasy sports is an absolute fucking crapshoot.
Oh yeah, it's an evil. Yep, I don't know. I think who's the big running back this year? Love, who has him? The Titans,
The Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Jeremiah Love.
Yeah. He got his clock cleaned by his own team. I don't think that's going to go very well.
Yeah.
Nobody has an answer to this?
I feel like it might be.
I'm not giving. First of all, like I said before, I am in 2 fantasy football leagues with you two. So why am I giving away my secrets on this podcast?
Because I'm probably not.
Because we have listeners,
I'm
and I'm not going to remember.
Threaten your team's.
Especially considering
Wow.
I am actually I'm taking this a little bit more serious, and I'm doing a lot more research now. So maybe I am doing 6.9 hours a week on fantasy football. This is going to be this is going to be a fantasy football resurgence for me this year, because I'm all
Here,
in.
I'll throw out a name just for the sake of throwing out a name. Sorry, Mark.
I have names. I'm just letting you guys go first.
You're all in on who, Mark?
I'm all in on our league,
on
our
fantasy
quarterback league,
on fantasy football,
and greatest league on turf.
Okay,
all in.
Gotta get that trophy away from Evil Pete. Sorry, Pete.
Do you think Jalen Waddle is gonna blow up in Denver and become this huge thing?
No.
Okay.
To be honest, my sleeperiest picks is Ryan Flournoy in Dallas. I think he's gonna have a really good year. And he's late round. Nobody's gonna draft. Nobody's gonna draft Ryan fucking.
Is that the
Flournoy.
tight end?
No, it's a wide receiver. He's the guy who played for CD when CD was injured last year. He made the team. He's gonna.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. I think Jaden Blue, by the way, also gonna have a pretty good year in Dallas. I think Dallas is gonna be really good.
I'm not 100% sure Jaden Blue's gonna have a good year, unless he learned how to actually block.
Maybe.
Feels so bad for Oakland, man. They have like Genty and Brock Bowers, and they're stuck with like 8,000-year-old Kirk Cousins.
He's not good.
Not anymore. He used to be good. He was a fantasy darling for a long time, but he's way past that now.
You're a fantasy darling.
You're definitely a fantasy darling.
All right. Well, if you guys aren't going to play, then we should just end the show.
I don't know. I can see. I can see Amon-Ra St. Brown having like top.
That's not a sleeper, Pete.
I don't know. People forget about him.
Amon-Ra's a top 10 pick.
Fine.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. I'll play. I forget what his name is though. Hold on.
After Mark, can I just ask you guys a unrelated question? Sports related though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said after Mark. So
okay.
Jadarian Price on the Seahawks, I think, is going to have a pretty good year.
I could see that. I think the Seahawks are going to be really good. They're just score a lot of points.
Do you guys think there'll be a lockout next MLB season?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, it's.
I'm thinking that too.
Towards that,
without a doubt.
Okay, so I saw a stat when this happened over the weekend. The Dodgers have $1.1 billion of deferred money. Do you want to know who has $1.1 billion of deferred money? All of the rest of baseball combined.
You know why the Dodgers have so much more money?
It's
Yeah,
not
next
money they
sentence.
have. It's
Right.
not money.
They
It's not
promise it.
money.
They don't have it.
Nobody
No,
has
So
that.
it's because a decade ago they went through bankruptcy, and then they structured this TV deal to circumvent the revenue sharing. So they're keeping so much more of the money that should be going to revenue sharing. So they pretty much do have that money because it's guaranteed money to come their way down the line.
But they're
That
kicking the
deal's
can
happened
down
for
the road, Matt. That's the thing.
Well,
No
like,
matter what,
Their
listen,
salary, I think, in 2030 is going to be like
Listen.
$1 billion.
the
Same
amount
thing
of
with the
money they
Philadelphia
have
Eagles
doesn't.
in the NFL, honestly.
The
where
amount
they're
of money
deferring
they have
contracts.
doesn't matter, and it's because they have fucked the CBA, and no owner wants to do this anymore. They fucked the whole system. It's got to get
I'll say this.
reset.
I have 4 rule changes that I would make. Just give me your opinions on them.
Go ahead,
after I get through
shoot.
them.
Real quick.
So first of all, that TV deal's got to be just done. Can't have that anymore. You can't circumvent the rules like that. 2, when it comes to deferred money, MLB doesn't have a restriction or limit on how much you can defer in a contract. There has to be limits put in about how much, like a percentage-wise of the contract that can be deferred. And then I would also throw in a limit to how many players on a roster can have deferred contracts as well, and how far out they can be deferred for.
Listen, any changes to the amount of money players are going to make are going to cause a strike. There's going to be a strike next year.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. And then my
But
last
if you're
rule
limiting
change, I
deferred
would-
contracts, at least the players are still getting their money.
Exactly. And then the last rule change I would impose is I would tie revenue sharing to the team's performance. So the
Well,
better your team,
I've said that multiple times.
Ooh.
yeah, the better your team does, the more money you like. There's a base level every team gets.
Nobody's
Just
gonna
like
say yes to
60% is divvied up. You know, that's the base level every team gets. The last 40% divvied up based on the performance of the team to incentivize owners to not have the team as passive income. They actually have to invest in their team if they want to earn more money. That would be my rule change.
But then some teams are good and some teams are bad, and that happens for forever. That's not a thing. And anyway, we're at time.
Well, that's because owners use their team as passive income. They don't try. That's
Yeah.
a huge issue.
Well, they're treating it like a business, which in some
Yeah.
respects they
I
can
guess
do
it
that
is,
because they're
but
the
yeah.
fucking owner.
Well, it is a business, but also fuck them.
So that has been our topics. We'll be
That's
back
good,
next
man.
week with our friend Jeff and Pikars for more than likely to talk even more baseball talk. In the meantime,
course.
you can catch up
Sorry,
on our
Pete.
old episodes on our YouTube channel with the handle at If These Balls Pod. And don't forget to subscribe to us by tickling that little bell.
Tickle. Tickle,
We'd
tickle.
like to thank our
guys.
guest
Whoa.
for joining us tonight. Thank you, Matt.
Oh, sorry. Did I jump the gun there?
No.
No, you're good.
You can tickle my balls tomorrow. You can follow or like us on our socials at If These Balls Pod on X, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and Blue Sky. Our website is www.iftheseballscouldtalkpod.com. This is Mark Pesci, and for my partner, John Companion, producer Pete Steffen, that's what we feel they would say. These balls could talk.
That looked more than just a little tickle there, John. That was a little
Yeah, it
something
was.
extra. We always bring the extra
there's a little
and if these
reach around
balls
there,
can
too.
talk, if you know what I mean.
I'll tickle your balls.
If these balls could talk,
Yeah.